stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
They'll have this place rocking tonight. The referee, one of the senior officials of the National Hockey League, Mr. Wally Harris. The linesmen are Claude Béchard and Gard Brassiker. In goal for the New York Rangers, it'll be John Davidson, who was 13-5-1 in his last 19 regular season games. In the playoffs, a 1.99 goals against average against the Flames. And again tonight, it'll be Daniel Bouchard for Atlanta, 3.18 on the year, 14-6-4 lifetime against the Rangers until this playoff, 3.47 is his average as we get ready for game number 4. Flames in the white, defending the goal to our right, and the Rangers, of course, in the traditional blue with the red and white, defending the goal to the left. It'll be Kent Nielsen to take the face-off against Ron Duguay, and the puck cleared back to the Ranger line for Captain Dave Maloney. Over to Vadnais on this right side, ahead of the Ranger line, off the stick of Markham, and Russell is there to clear it. And it's somebody and bounces into the center ice area. Backboard is Lever on left wing. Lever now to Kent Nielsen. Nielsen without a goal thus far in the playoffs. To Radicchio, to Russell on the left side. His pass off the stick of Radicchio, and the Rangers have it at center. Vadnais shooting it down into the Atlanta zone, and going back is Radicchio. The Finnish defenseman around behind his own goal. Ahead to Nielsen. Nielsen left wing to Lever. Off the boards at the Ranger line, and it's cleared by Vadnais into center. Here's Duguay chasing it into the Atlanta zone. Radicchio beats him to it. Radicchio off the boards in the right wing to McMillan. Now to Nielsen at center. And Nielsen to the New York line. Gets over the line, but he put himself offside, and play is called.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how these Atlanta Flames come out in this first couple of shifts. Yesterday they came out pouncing all over the New York Rangers and set the tempo for the rest of the game.
Al McNeil feels his club is ready. He felt they've played only 10 minutes of poor hockey in this entire playoff series, but that was enough to lose Game 2 at Madison Square Garden.
Well, they're going to have to get some offense. Jigs, in the 3 games that they have played, the Rangers have outscored.
Okay.
The face-off will be just across the Rangers' blue line. Rangers started out with Ron Duguay in the middle of Hospodar on the right side, and now he's got Pat Conacher out there on the left. Now, what happened is, just before we got ready to go, something happened to the little piece of electrical wire that goes from here up to New York City. And we lost our communications temporarily, but we're with you now. So stay with us for the Rangers and the Atlanta Flames playoff game number 4. There's Freddie Shero.
And there's Fred Shero, the Ranger coach. Rangers have brought up Pat Conacher from New Haven to fill in for Warren Miller and Walla Tkachuk.
Rangers, incidentally, on the first shift started Ray Markham. And the Rangers are hitting a little bit tonight. Marsh and Hospodar start to go, and Hospodar took a poke out of him. Nothing is called. Shot goes wide. Marsh is after Hospodar now. Watch for it. Just to the far side of the cage. They're still going at each other, and Harris hasn't seen a thing. Here come the Rangers into their own end. That one's going to explode, I guarantee it, that Marsh and Hospodar thing. Offside.
Jim, we saw something last night that I haven't seen in this league all year long.
Let's talk about that, Bill, because I said that he'd been thrown out for a third-man-in penalty, Markham, but it didn't make any sense at the time.
I didn't know what he was thrown out for. I thought maybe he's getting a 7-minute penalty, and it was only 6 minutes and 15 seconds left. But what happened was Bill Flett cross-checked Duguay. Markham then came in to go at Flett, and the referee called it
Instigator. It is a penalty we have not called against the Rangers this year, but it was called last night. Puck goes into the Rangers' end. There is no score here. The Rangers have started out hitting much heavier than they did last night. Last night it was all Flames on the physical side. Beck goes back to the puck with Flett back there. Flett pulled up. Pass out. from the point. Shot deflected in front. Ronnie Greshner's got it. That's Henderson on Greshner. Heavy check. That's Ingerfield on Greshner.
What a game he had last night.
Cross ice pass, a giveaway. Flint has got it, lost it. Vickers has a shot. Bends across, score! Hedberg!
So Atlanta made the first mistake, and Hedberg came up with his third goal of the season on a beautiful setup by Vickers.
What a pass by Steve Vickers.
Jim, Ken, Bobby Shands on the right side made the mistake. And there's Vickers. And with one sweep, the Rangers are ahead. What a pass he made to Hedberg. It is 1-0.
Nilsson also gets an assist on the Hedberg goal, and the Rangers, as they did last night, jump out in front by 1.
Jim Vickers was having a tough time last night getting that pass off. He certainly got this one off.
That was the first tough time he's had, though. He's had a great series so far.
Great series.
Bob Murdoch ahead. Esposito throws it in, right back out by Murdoch. Tim Bothwell, giveaway by Tim. Rangers had the puck. Timmy had a tough time last night, but then again, most of the Rangers did. Espo sends it in. Here comes Talavis. Heavy hit on Vail. Talavis hits again in the corner against Marsh. Don Maloney is in there. Marsh fights his way out. Talavis is on him and takes it away. Talavis lost it again. Don Maloney's got it. Looking to work the corners. Espo's in front. Maloney shot. Blocked in front. Flash or a trip. It looks like Atlanta's going to go.
Eric Vail is going. It's a trip on Vail.
Break in the action with the score. The Rangers 1 and Atlanta nothing.
Why use a There Tomorrow package service when Sprint's Eastern same-day service gets it there today? Eastern tags it and bags it and gets it on the next flight out. And that's over 1,400 of them to 85 cities every day. Your package is there today, guaranteed, or your money back. So when it has to get there today, you've got to hand it to Sprint, Eastern same-day package service.
And Bill Chadwick back with you in Atlanta. Once again, we had some communication problems at the beginning of the game, so you didn't see Bill's handsome face. I'm sure you all missed it. We'll send out photographs if you want to care to send a card to him.
I was out in the sun all day, too.
But we're okay now, and thanks very much for bearing with us.
A power play for the Rangers. They've only scored one power play goal in 13 attempts.
Marsh around behind the net. Headman pass. They were looking for Clement, and he is always dangerous. Talavis to Beck. Beck and Greshner and Esposito and Talavis and Don Maloney. Power play combination for the Rangers. Beck sends one in. Bouchard fields it to his right side. Flames, of course, are still facing elimination with this game. They know it. They'll be playing that way. Here comes Clement. Always tough. Good rising shot is just wide left side, a little bit high, too. Beck took his man in heavy, and it's going to be interference on Beck.
Wally Harris sending out the message that he's going to call him tight. With 1:26 left on the penalty to Eric Vail, Barry Beck goes in for interference. Last night, the first 10 minutes, we had nothing called by Medill. Wally Harris signifying that he will call them all.
So Beck goes for interference. That nullifies the Ranger power play, and eventually will give the Atlanta Flames the extra skater.
Face off in the Ranger zone. Hedberg and Nielsen are out there.
It is 4-on-4. Rangers with a 1-goal lead early in the game. Hedberg. It is quite early. Too early to talk about trends, but the Rangers are far more physical tonight than they were last night when Atlanta did all the hitting. Offside, right wing. Nilsson is in ahead of the puck. It is good to see him skating tonight, Bill, after he took that shot inside the knee last night. I didn't know.
He was hurting, Jim. A few of the Rangers are hurting for this game. Esposito is not up to snuff. He's got a bad arm. He told me it was tough for him to take a shot this morning. Don Maloney had a little touch of a heavy cold. He's improved today. Of course, Miller is out. Walla Tkachuk is out.
Free puck. Vadney's got it. Wastes time with the Rangers to clear and sends it in. That one hit Radicalio. Hedberg and Radicalio. Nilsson is there and steals it. Nilsson trying to get it back. Hedberg can't get to it. Dave Maloney gets to it. It's behind him. They got a 2-on-1 unless Maloney gets back. And the pass is behind Ingerfield. He's offside going in because the pass was behind him. Rangers got a break.
Oh, so far in this hockey game, Atlanta doing what the Rangers did last night. Keeping their head up and making a bad pass. Rangers have been all over Atlanta so far in this first 4 minutes. 1:24 left on the penalty to Beck. 50 seconds left on the penalty to Eric Vale.
Vadnais with the puck. Russell and Ingerfield go for it. That's Earl Ingerfield Jr. Stolen by the Rangers. And back behind the point. Ingerfield breaks through, but lost it to Vadnais' stick check, and it's an offside call and pass.
Jim, a dangerous pass by Ulf Nielsen, throwing it into the feet of Vadnais. Atlanta almost came up with it. 1:07 left on Beck's penalty. 33 seconds on Eric Vale now, and both teams make changes. Duguay comes out with Eddie Johnston. It is Mario Mawa and Tim Bothwell. Those two young men had a tough night last night. 3 of the 4 goals were scored while they were on the ice.
15 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the period. 33 seconds to go on the penalty to Eric Vale. 1:07 on the penalty to Barry Beck. Kent Nilsson lost the draw. Bothwell to Marois. Mario having problems. Still having problems. Finally got it over to Bothwell. Tim to center zone. Gets away from Kent Nilsson. Nilsson has not had a good playoff series. You can expect to see some things from him. Here comes Duguay. Duguay fanned on it. Drop pass goes back, and Bothwell can only find an outlet man. It is 4-on-4. No power play. Saved by Bouchard, and not all that easy. That puck dipped and did tricks going in.
That should have been a shot on goal, and they have counted it as such.
This is Russell. Vale is out. It is a power play for the Flames for the next 30 seconds. Nilsson lost it. Marois scales it all the way down.
23 seconds left, and the Rangers make a defensive change.
Vale lost it to Eddie Johnstone's poke check. Radicalio has the puck, though. This is Radicalio coming up. Radicalio onside. Feed, McMillan, corner. This is Lever. Beaten to the puck. And cleared by the Rangers into center zone. Good play by Vadnais that time. Beck is ready to come out of there.
1 second left on the penalty to Beck. 14:44 in this first period, and the score. The New York Rangers won, the Atlanta Flames nothing. Beautiful setup. Nielsen to Vickers. Vickers to Hedberg, and with one swipe, it was 1-0.
Esposito comes out with Don Maloney. Rangers are still shy a man. You can expect Beck to go to the bench, of course, and Talavas to hit the wing. Espo wins the draw.
And Beck is out of the penalty box.
Stays on the ice, at least temporarily, until he sees how it develops. It's a shot. Oh, what a shot on Houston. Put Vadnais down with a sucker shot. Here comes Beck. Did you see the punch by Houston when Vadnais had his back turned? Now let's see if there's an instigator tonight, Bill.
Ken Houston, with Vadnais with his back to him, took an elbow and got Vadnais across the back of the neck. A sucker punch.
The play was over. There's a break in the action with a score. Rangers 1 and the Flames nothing.
You're someone special, you're striving for more, trying to do things better than before. You're trying harder, you're reaching so tall. You're drinking Sprite and you're giving it your all. You found more in Sprite. You found lime and you found more in you. So you keep on climbing when you're reaching for more. Reach for Sprite when you're reaching for more. Reach for Sprite.
Davidson had just made a couple of great saves. That's Houston in front of the net trying to put the puck by Davidson. Vadnais comes in front. Now watch this play by Houston.
That's roughing.
Knocked the helmet right off Vadnais. Ken Houston Houston. For Atlanta to win, he has to be tough.
Blade of bad stick came up. I think Houston thought he was trying to be speared. Okay, it'll be a Ranger power play with Houston in the box.
Well, the Rangers have scored 1 goal in 14 power plays.
Brad Marsh with the puck. Davidson slows it down. This is Greshner. Beck, back to Gresh. Greshner goes deep. Pinned by Marsh. Cleared past Esposito by Bill Clement. It's a race. Lever's a swift skater, but Beck is there first. Plays it off the boards. Rangers had trouble with it. Now Beck's got it. 13:58 to go. First period. Rangers leading by a goal. Beck sends in a low shot. Talavas rebounds. Score!
Beck takes the puck off the boards, and the Rangers come up with their second power play goal of this series. Talavas coming in like the wind on the right-hand side. Beck threw it into the boards. It bounced out diagonally in front of Talavas. There's the puck coming off the backboards, and Talavas with a sweep puts it behind Bouchard. It is 2-0, the second power play goal. That's Beck throwing it into the corner. And Talavas is out, races the left wing.
Bouchard did not have it covered at all, but Talavas had a heck of a shot.
Jim, the left wing of Atlanta was caught standing still.
Yep. I mentioned last night that Talavas has that deceptive speed. He covers a lot of territory. It is 2-0 Rangers. Power play goal on Houston's penalty. Marois sends it in. Here comes Duguay. Bouchard is there first.
Bouchard is a different goaltender when he's behind. 13:38 to go in this first period. It's now 2-0 Rangers. Atlanta's win last night was only their second playoff victory in history.
Ken Nilsson facing off against Ron Duguay. Ronnie looking at Mario Marois. About time for Mario to get one of those heavy point shots. He's not been shooting all that much lately.
Jim, the Ranger point men didn't get any shots off last night.
Also last night, Bill, the Rangers did not do a good job in the face-offs, as I recall, and tonight they have been very sharp. Ken Nilsson goes over to the bench to get a new stick.
Last night, Atlanta came out loaded for bear. Of course, you had a referee that was calling nothing.
Nilsson and Duguay.
Except the one he pulled out of his back pocket.
Headman pass for McMillan. Look out, it's going to be a close race, and Davidson has to play it. McMillan really put on the speed against Bothwell. Rangers have it under control. Hospodar. Duguay across. Conacher to Duguay. Hospodar's in front. Goal!
It is 3-0. Hospodar gets his first National Hockey League goal, and what an opportune time to get it. A breakout. Davidson making a beautiful heads-up play after Vadnais got caught back. Or after Marois got caught back. There's Hospodar. Beautiful pass, and Hospodar comes up with his first NHL goal.
Got behind Radicalio and Murdoch.
It is 3-0. There's Duguay, and he laid it right out front. What a happy young man.
Matt Conacher gets an assist. And obviously Ron Duguay. 6:43, the time of the goal.
Beautiful pass by Ron Duguay, laying it right in front of Bouchard.
Duguay again wins the draw. Gary Unger. Here comes Clement in. Sent around behind the net. Eddie Johnstone. Marois. That's Clement on Marois. And back in the center zone, Duguay 2-on-1. Johnstone, it's knocked away before it gets to Johnstone by Shan. Brad Marsh loses one.
Look at the play by Markham.
That's Markham on Marsh. He nearly drove him out of the rink. Penalty coming up. Cross-check. Markham's gone. Breaking the action. Score. Rangers 3, Atlanta 0.
Manufacturers Hanover knows each of you has your own way of checking. The ones who write checks for little reasons, or write checks for big reasons. The ones who write checks unexpectedly. That's why Manufacturers Hanover has so many different checking accounts. One will fit you to a T. The ones for whom check writing is an occasion, or who write checks for any occasion. However you see fit to check, Manufacturers Hanover will fit you to an MHT.
With Markham and Hospodar up front for the Rangers, they got just as big and as tough a club as the Atlanta Flames. So Markham took a cross penalty in the attacking zone. But it's just to show pecking order, I believe, right now.
This is a big power play for the Flames, a chance for them to get back in it. We're not even halfway through the first period, and the Rangers lead by a score of 3-0. Don Maloney is out with Dean Talabas, Dave Maloney, and Carol Vadnais, and the Flames have the extra skater. This is Radicalio. Chouinard. Don Maloney checking him. Radicalio. Oh, they're tight. The difference is in the Ranger checking tonight. Vadnais. Talabas, and gets it in.
Don Maloney and Talabas up front. Talabas has got one of the Ranger goals.
Here comes Kent Nilsson. Don Maloney lost his edge. Pass across Radicalio. Here's Nilsson. Drop pass Houston. Vadnais takes him out. Maloney will clear.
And the Rangers make a change. Hedberg comes out with Nilsson.
Time in the power play, 1 minute, 15 seconds. Kent Nilsson with the puck. This is Chouinard coming out. Chouinard onside. Nilsson came back, tied him up, but it's back to Radicalio. Screen shot. Off somebody in front. And wide. And cleared into center zone. Chouinard is back. Kent Nilsson with 53 seconds to go.
That Chouinard had quite a game last night.
3 assists last night. He's been tough against the Rangers all year. I think he's the third leading scorer against them. Knocked away by Nilsson. Dropped off by Lever. Kent Nilsson across to Chouinard, and Chouinard is in. Feed to the wing. It's a bad feed. Back to the point. Radicalio. Shot. They tried to deflect it. Lever couldn't get to it. Back to Radicalio and beyond him. That'll almost take care of it. 24 seconds. One more rush at least.
Whose shot came way out of the net to keep that play going.
Rangers on a change. Duguay swings at Shand and knocks it loose, but Shand recovers, and Shand sends it by Beck. This is Unger. He's got Bale in front. An angle shot is blocked in front. Out in front, a free puck is wide. Score! Score on the rebound.
Oh, it's a power play goal, and Davidson is wild. Ron Lever gets the goal. The Rangers not being able to clear the puck. There's Lever. Davidson makes the save. Vadnais cannot pick up.
Vale. That's Vale all the way.
So Eric Vale it is, gets his third goal.
Great secondary effort by Vale on that one. It looked like he was out of the play. Look at this. Just like the Rangers scored in the Garden, Bill.
Jim Davidson left the post, and that's the reason for the goal.
That's why he's angry. So the Flames are back in it with a power play goal. Unger and Shand on the assist. Here comes Esposito. Marsh is back. Shot wide. Espo playing for his own rebound. That's Vale in the corner. Talabas goes down. Marsh is there. Look at Talabas work the corner with Espo. Don Maloney goes in against Pronovo, number 9. Talabas has the puck. Don Maloney. Talabas. This in front is Bothwell. Can't handle it. Bothwell in the corner against Unger. Comes up that side for Vadnais. For Melwa, rather. Stopped in front. 3 on 2 if they hurry. Nope, Talabas got back to break it up. It's behind Bothwell. Pronovo off the side of the net. Don Maloney plays it into center zone. This could be an icing call. And will be. Breaking the action with the score. Rangers 3, Atlanta 1.
gets ready to conquer a new decade. The most advanced Datsun 280Z X in history, with the pulsing power of a fuel-injected soul nestled in the lap of genuine leather, futuristic instrumentation, and for the first time, an open cockpit to the sky. A new 280Z X, ultimate definition of awesome.
Face-off is in the Ranger end to the left of Davidson.
On the face-off, back behind the Ranger net, Greshner is there. Greshner with a good rush. Sends it in and holds his ground. Shand. Away from Hedberg. Ingerfield. Earl Jr. shot. Save. Rebound. Save. It hit the post, I think. That's Ingerfield working on Nielsen. And Nielsen gets it loose.
Jim Davidson never saw that shot.
Back to center zone. The Flames are beginning to hit like they did last night. Hedberg pulled down. Penalty. Radicalio's gone.
And Wally Harris continues to call a close hockey game.
Great getting action. Score Rangers 3, Atlanta 1.
No, thanks. Excuse me. Mr. Wong!
One of the oldest cities in Hong Kong. Excuse me.
Mr. Wong.
Yes, what happened, dear?
I lost all of my traveler's checks.
Oh, what kind were they?
American Express.
American Express? They've got an office right here in Hong Kong.
American Express has over 1,000 travel service offices around the world to help you. Ask for them by name.
There's Anders Hedberg going down the left side. That's Radicalio. Watch Radicalio put the hook on him. And down Hedberg goes, and in the penalty box, Radicalio goes.
Had a sneaky feeling Hedberg was looking across to see where the referee was.
You could almost get the water up here, Jim. But that's part of the game. You get away with it.
Marsh. And clears. Rangers have scored 3 goals on 4 shots on net.
We've had 4 goals on a total of 9 shots on net.
Vadnais up ahead. He's got Esposito. Power play Rangers. Onside. Feed to the wing. Shot. Wide. Coming back up to the right side. And Vad will keep it in. Vadnais. Talibas. Espo's in a slot. Now he breaks out of it. Back to Vadnais. Fakes the shot. Got Dave Maloney. Got Talibas. He's got Espo. Back to the point. Beautiful pass. They won't shoot. Esposito still looking for a hole. Can't find it. Dave Maloney. He'll shoot. Deflected in front. Flames clear.
The Rangers making 1 extra pass on that pass to Esposito. The shot should have been taken by Talibas.
8:17 to go in the period. Time in the penalty, 1:02. Rangers have the extra skater. And Greshner goes in, surrounded, gets Esposito. Esposito against Marsh. 2 men in front. He goes to the point. Back to Greshner. He'll shoot. Wide. Deflected in front by Marsh. And the puck is stopped by the goaltender, like swatting flies.
Bouchard just picked it out of the air. The faceoff will be in the Atlanta zone to the left of Bouchard. Esposito goes off. Ulf Nielsen comes out with Vickers and Hedberg. Beck and Greshner on the back line.
Face-off will be to the left side of Bouchard. This face-off is won by the Flames. Coming up on the right side for Lever, stolen by the Rangers. Vickers sends it deep. He's got 2 men in front. Hedberg looking back. Now breaks back. Beck. Pass. Greshner. Shot. Save. And Vickers trying to steer it in and almost did it.
That was the same play the overtime goal was scored on. Greshner trying to find Vickers.
This program is authorized by Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, other use, pictures, descriptions, accounts of this event, including the imposition of a charge for viewing the program without the express written consent of Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated is prohibited.
Jim, exactly the same play. The overtime game goal in the first game was scored.
Again, the Flames win the draw. A shot on net, though, by Hedberg, a soft shot, and Bouchard is there. Bouchard said something after the win last night, which was most un-Bouchardish. As you know, he has the reputation of taking all the credit and blaming his teammates. Last night, he said, "They did it for me," meaning his team. Look at that, Bill.
Look at Pittsburgh over Boston, 1-0 in the first period. Lansbury got the goal for Pittsburgh.
Greshner, Hedberg, he's got an opening, fires wide. Vickers. Greshner, shot, deflected. Vickers has it, in front, save. Puck is loose. Flames are covering it, finally a whistle.
Pass whistle by referee Harris.
Time in the penalty, 13 seconds. Rangers are set up beautifully. They cannot get Atlanta to break out of their box formation, though, and they can't find the hole.
Rangers are passing the puck better than they did the other night. There's Bouchard.
Hedberg's got it. After the faceoff is won by Nielsen. Hedberg, sharp angle. Nielsen, save, rebound, he's got it. 6 seconds in the power play. Nielsen had a shot that time.
The Rangers have had 4 or 5 good scoring opportunities on this power play.
Bill, notice they're not rushing anything tonight in contrast to last night.
The passes are crisp. Last night they didn't make 2 good passes to a member of their own team. They gave the puck away about 10 times, though.
The score is Rangers 3, Atlanta 1, 7:18 to go, first period. Free puck and cleared by McMillan. That'll take care of the power play. Okay, Radicalio is back. Here comes Nielsen. He's onside and shoots. It is deflected. Murdoch and Nielsen come together briefly. Greshner kept it in, and the puck goes into the corner. Bill Russell. Knocked away by Vickers from Russell. Hedberg to Vickers. Nielsen in front. Save! Off Vickers, a beautiful stop by Bouchard. That's one of the big saves of the game. Thought Vickers had that one. Greshner. Eddie Hospodar ahead. He's got Pat Conacher ahead of the field. Sharp angle. Here comes Hospodar in front. Conacher pinned against the boards. Taken down. Hospodar and Russell. Penalty on Conacher. Conacher is gone.
Oh, Harris continues to call everything. This time it's on Pat Conacher. There's the score with 6:27 left in this first period. A big opportunity for Atlanta. Dave Maloney and Badney out there with Eddie Johnston and Ron Duguay. There's Pat Conacher in the penalty box. Lever is out there with Nielsen, Houston, Chouinard, and Radicalio. Little chintzy.
There's Chouinard with the puck. Again, a big opportunity for the Flames to get back in the game. They've got one power play goal now and an extra effort by Vail when Davidson left his short side uncovered. Radicalio fumbles the puck. He's got it under control now. Rangers going to break. Ahead of the field is Johnstone. He's going to have the shot. Watch him. This stop by Bouchard was brilliant. A brilliant stop by Bouchard.
Eddie Johnson with a beautiful chance.
Radicalio goes in. Rangers breaking in. This time it's Hedberg. Hedberg will have the shot. Hedberg. Save by Bouchard.
Great save by Bouchard.
Wow. Here comes Nielsen. Davidson. This is an Atlanta power play. Russell lost it. Hedberg. Here comes Johnstone again to Hedberg. Johnstone's wide right. Pass to Johnstone. Russell's on Johnstone and runs him heavily. Hedberg in front. Save. Shot. Save. My Lord, what a game.
Bouchard has been something else in that net. Instead of the Rangers having the man short.
Oh, what an an effort by Bouchard. And Russell's gone on a penalty.
We're going to show you that first breakaway.
Number 3, Bill Russell.
Here's Eddie Johnston. He loses the puck. He makes the right move, but lost the puck in front of Bouchard. Bill Russell has gone to the penalty box. Now here's the other one. Hedberg outracing Calio. A good save with the leg by Bouchard.
And Russell is gone after colliding in the corner with Johnstone and taking Eddie down. But saves like that by the goaltender, wow, what a thing they can make in a game like this.
Connick has got 42 seconds left in the penalty. There's Russell. His is just starting.
Bill, indicative of the way the Rangers are playing tonight again is the way they are playing against that power play. There's going to be a shot. Stopped in front, goes wide. Not playing cozy, not playing tight, looking to score. Don Maloney's got it. Marois shot, wide, rebound is in front, but it's all blamed.
If Marois shot's on the net, it's in the net.
Bouchard did not have it covered. Here comes Shan. McMillan saves it. So the saves at both ends.
Marois had a beautiful scoring opportunity and missed the net by 2 feet. If it's on the net, it's in. Bouchard was on the other side of the net. Here's the save by Davidson. That was on McMillan.
Shots on goal, Rangers 6. Rangers 9 and Flames 6 so far. Here, first period, 4:48 to go. You've seen everything in this first period.
21 seconds left on Connick's penalty. 1:40 on the one to Russell. Jim, you're right. They are winning the face-off a few more times tonight.
Big difference. Esposito. And playing with a great deal of confidence. Greshner looks for a man. He's got Beck. He's got a shot. Blocked. Here come the Flames. This is Marsh and Unger. Marsh plays the corner. Davidson slows it down for Beck. Okay, Ranger power play for 1:10 now. Esposito. Don Maloney against Shan. Maloney has the puck. Lost it again. Double team. Unger takes him down. Rangers. Beck. Save. Bouchard had his ankle covered beautifully. 3:57 to go in the period. 48 seconds in the power play. We just received word on Eric Bale, and we'll give it to you in just a couple of seconds. He's been hurt again. Nilsson is in deep. Vickers. Murdoch up ahead. The length of the ice. There'll be no icing, of course. It's a Ranger power play.
Eric Bale aggravated the groin injury and may be out for the rest of the game.
Pass up ice. This is Hedberg. Good hook check by Clement. Almost lost it. Vickers. Time in the penalty. 8 seconds. Brad Marsh. It's been a Ranger period all the way. Marsh lifts it in.
That'll just about kill the penalty. Out comes Russell.
Carl Vadnais carrying into center zone. Looking for Duguay. They're offside. Duguay a half step in.
Duguay a little anxious trying to get in under that high pass of Vadnais. 3 minutes exactly left in this first period with the score. The Rangers 3, Atlanta 1.
Bill, we talked with Mike Nicholic between the first and second period. They'll evaluate the series so far.
The Rangers playing without Wallach Kachuk and Warren Miller. Using Hospodar, Markham, and Pat Connick tonight.
Right now, it's Eddie Johnstone on the left side of Duguay. Markham on the right.
Of course, Cam Connor is out for the series.
Free puck. This time, Duguay pokes it ahead. Radicali over right side to Shand. Dave Maloney. Markham coming down hard. Center zone play, and now back again into the Flames end. Radicalio. 2:45 to go first period. Markham. Good play by Markham. Vadnais. Looking for Duguay. He's onside. He's onside. Too deep. No, he's not onside. Whistle blew. Sorry, didn't hear it.
Two-line pass.
Two-line pass is right.
2:30 left in this first period.
Academic too deep to get the shot anyway by the time the angle was cut down on him. A much better crowd here tonight, as you can see.
Jim, if Atlanta loses Eric Bell, they've lost quite a hockey player.
Oh, boy. Face-off is in the Rangers' end because of that two-line pass. Radicalio across. Bob Murdoch sends it in. Duguay bodies his man and has the puck. Good play. He's got Badney in front. Just wide. Badney was tied up in front by Murdoch. Duguay throws his weight.
Beautiful pass by Duguay.
Rangers have had a beautiful first period. One of their best of the year. Johnstone in front. All the way back. Dave Maloney. Shot is a pass. Bouchard plays it to his wing. Badney fights to keep it in and cannot. 1:53 to go on the period. Duguay all over the ice. There he might go. Flett and Lever. Flett and Doogie. Little mutual respect. Mr. Dugay's got a pretty good left hand. He's got Flett down. Nobody messes much with Dugay if they've watched him before. That's as good a jab as you'll see any place, and Flett didn't know what to do with it. The second time Flett's had a fight in the series, and the second time he ended up on his back. Ron Duguay.
And Duke comes directly to the penalty box. I don't think he can get much more than 2 minutes apiece on that one. It was a sparring match. Willie Flett trying to get his hockey club riled up.
You're right. Wally Harris decided it wasn't a 5-minute fight, Bill. It was a 2-minute fight.
A minute and 43 seconds left in this first period. And Bouchard has been outstanding. This has been a Ranger first period. Face-off will be just outside of the Ranger zone. McMillan and Unger are out there, along with Russell and Radicalio. The Rangers have Esposito and Don Maloney.
Time in the penalty, 18-17. First period coming down toward its end. Rangers leading 3-1 over Atlanta. They scored the first 3 goals, and Bale got a power play goal on a misplay in goal at 9:07. And a great secondary effort. I don't want to take anything away from Bale on that one. That must be when he was hurt, Bill.
He got the last 3 Atlanta goals now.
Esposito. Double team. Russell in front of his own net, almost put it in.
Bad play by Russell.
Because of Don Maloney, who was all around him, Bill, and forced him back.
There's the scoreboard and what's left of this first period.
Russell. Coming up the Greshner's side. Nice move away from Unger. Espo. He's got Beck. Good pass. Nope, couldn't be handled by Greshner. He's in close. Espo, sharp angle. Knocked away, and Unger's got it. 1:13 to go in the period. Rangers capture. Greshner. Can't believe what a difference there is in this Ranger team from last night to this night. Playing an excellent hockey game. Russell. Knocked away by offside. Espo was still in there. Nielsen took it away, but Espo hadn't come back yet.
Beautiful heads-up play by Ulf Nielsen. They had just been on a change. So the face-off will be outside of Atlanta zone. Jim, the Rangers are skating. They're looking down once in a while tonight. Their passes have been crisp.
Seven seconds to go. Brad Marsh. Lever. 44 seconds in the period. Badney off the sideboards.
Hedberg's had quite a first period.
Whole team, Bill. Wow. Well, you're right about Hedberg. Here comes Lever. He's going to have a shot. Tricky shot, good save. 32 seconds to go. Vadnais plays it slowly the length of the ice. There will be no icing. He is the best on the Ranger team at doing that. 20 seconds to go. Marsh. Long one. Save. Dave Maloney with Kent Nielsen behind him, and 11 seconds on the clock.
And the Rangers would like to go off the ice with a 3-1 lead in this first period. 29 seconds left on the 2 penalties.
Can't believe the Rangers only had 10 shots on net, Bill. It seems they've been firing at that man all night long.
And he's been outstanding. The 3 goals against Bouchard, but he's made 6 or 7 other great saves. While Davidson had been tested with long shots primarily, Bouchard has had all the work.
There used to be the so-called book on Davidson's long shots, Bill, but it really wasn't true. Teams occasionally will take those long ones out of him.
The book on Bouchard is he folds when he's behind, but he certainly didn't in this first period.
Can't say that anymore, can you? Beck behind. 6 seconds. Greshner fighting for some time and should be able to kill the clock. They do. And so, at the end of the first period of play, the score is Rangers 3, Atlanta 1. We'll return to Atlanta in just a moment.
This is the voice of Vince Lombardi.
Each day,
Back here in Atlanta, Jim Gordon along with Bill Chadwick. He'll be long talking with Mike Nikolic, the assistant coach of the New York Rangers, in just a couple of moments. If you tuned in a little bit late, you might have missed some of the Ranger action, and there was action aplenty with Hedberg getting the first goal for the Rangers at 1 minute and 58 seconds of the first period. But more importantly than the scoring really tonight is the way the Rangers are playing the hockey game. It is an entirely different hockey game tonight than it was last night when the Flames set the pattern, when the Flames were beating the Rangers to the puck, when the Flames were out checking the Rangers and doing just about everything else they could. Tonight, the Rangers are doing exactly the opposite. The Rangers started off playing a little bit more physically. They are beating the Flames to the puck. They are winning the face-offs tonight, something they did not do with any consistency last night. As a result, so far, they have controlled the hockey game. It was never more evident than when the Rangers were defending against a power play and had their 3 best chances of the night, which didn't cash in on goals. Only Bouchard made the difference, and he played magnificently in front of that net when the Rangers came down on 2-on-1s, 1-on-nones, and other breakaways. Hedberg's first goal at 1 minute and 58 seconds with the assist by Steve Vickers, who threw a dandy of a pass all the way across. The pass had gone to him from Ulf Nielsen. 1:58, a Ranger game. Then Dean Talavis scored with a line drive shot from just off Bouchard's left side on a power play goal. The assist by Barry Beck on Talavis's goal. That came when Houston went out for roughing at 5 minutes and 28 seconds. Took a sucker shot at Carol Vadnais, who had his stick up at Houston a couple of seconds before. Vadnais turned his back and Houston lowered him. Roughing, Houston was off, and the Rangers had their second goal. Eddie Hospodar then scored his first goal in the playoffs of 6 minutes and 43 seconds. And again, it was a beautiful setup right out in front, this time by Ron Duguay. Pat Conacher also got the assist. That was not a power play goal. And then the Rangers made one of their few mistakes of the night. A mistake on the part of the defenseman, perhaps, but Eric Bale also, with a really fine secondary effort, being knocked down to the ice, horizontal, the same type of goal that Warren Miller scored for the Rangers the other night in Madison Square Garden. And, of course, the big thing was J.D. left his post, and the puck went in. So Atlanta got their first breath in the game, and now the score is 3-1 in favor of the Rangers. Again, it is very difficult to understand why there are only 10 shots on goal. It seems the Rangers have been peppering the Flames all night long. Taken on a period-to-period basis, number 1 belongs hands down to the Rangers. 2 more periods to go. Shots on goal, 10 for the Rangers, 8 for the Flames. Bill will be along with Mike in just a bit. We'll return to Atlanta in just a moment.
This is Bill Chadwick at the Omni in Atlanta. We're between periods 1 and 2 with the score. The New York Rangers 3, the Atlanta Flames 1. My guest this evening, the assistant coach of the New York Rangers, and a very happy young man right now, Mike Nikolic. Welcome, Mike.
Thanks, Bill. Good to be on with you again.
Mike, there's an awful big difference in the Ranger team tonight as against last night.
Well, I thought we forechecked a lot better than what we had been in the last game, Bill, you know, and, you know, we had some good chances, and the puck went in, and I think if we continue like that, you know, I think Atlanta will be pressing a little bit, so that way they're going to be suspect to make mistakes, and they're down by 2, so if we just hold our composure and play our positions, I think we got a good chance.
And, you know, it could have been very easily 6-1 instead of 3-1. Bouchard has been outstanding in that last 10 minutes.
Well, he made some good saves. On the breakaway, he came out on Eddie Johnstone, and Eddie lost it. Then on, who was it, Anders Hedberg, I think, come in, and he made another good save there. And then I think the rebound came right out to one of our defensemen. He made another good save. But, you know, you can expect that from him. He's played well all series, and I think that this is the whole thing, though. You just got to keep shooting, and if we can get enough shots, some are going to go by him.
Mike, last night Atlanta came out very, very physical, and you could see it took its toll on the New York Rangers. It seemed that they were not looking down at the puck. Their passing was very, very erratic. Tonight, Atlanta seems not to have come out as physical, and I can't understand that.
Well, I think one of the reasons why, I think the tone was set yesterday, Bill, when they put their big guys out against Alfie Nielsen's line, and you know how they interfered with them. They wanted to slow the pace down to their pace, and they did. Nothing was called, and so they got away with it, and the more you can get away with it, the more you're going to do it. I think tonight's game, we started a different line combination, and I think Big Ray Markham has a little effect out there because he's a big man, and, you know, he's causing some of the lineup players to look around now. So, and then you put Eddie Hossbauer out. Well, all these, you know, players know who are tough and who are, you know, I mean, your tough guys are the ones that are going to fight. And so I think that sort of might have changed a little bit of their game plan.
You've got to be very pleasantly surprised with the play of Ed Hossbauer. Here's a kid that came up. You had him playing defense. You had him playing forward. He went down and played strictly defense at New Haven. You're bringing him up now in a very ticklish part of the season, and you've got him play him up front. You've got to be very happy with that young man.
Well, we've been happy with him all year, and it was a tough decision to send him down, but we thought it was hard. He wasn't playing much, and, you know, he needs to handle the puck more, Bill, and the more he handles the puck, the better hockey player this kid's going to be, because he's got tremendous competitive spirit, and he's a great kid, and like I say, he's going to be with the Rangers. That's what we feel about him, and I think being down there, you know, has really helped him. I saw he made a couple real nice plays there. He's the kind of kid you can play in the forward line plus defense, and when he's out there, he definitely does not hurt you. He's a plus.
Pat Conacher, bringing him up today from New Haven. It seemed to me that I think you might have been hoping he'd be like a Sheen that was brought up last year.
Well, I heard all the boys calling him Moses down there, but no, the reason we brought Pat up, he does have speed, and he'll bump people, and we just feel that, you know, he worked hard when he was with us last time, and we thought, well, he's a left winger. He also play a little bit of left wing because he's a left-hand shot, Bill, and as you know, we're overloaded on the right side, so this was our decision to bring up him for this game here.
After playing two great games, I thought Bothwell and Mario Mauer in the first two games, you couldn't find fault with either one of them. Last night, they left a lot to be desired. They were on the ice for 3 goals against. They didn't handle the puck well at all.
Well, I think part of it is, Bill, in that situation like that. I mean, they're both young hockey players, you got to remember, and this is really Timmy's, second year, I guess, in the pros. And, you know, sometimes when you're in playoff hockey, you know, situations arise where, you know, all of a sudden all these guys are always beating on you all the time. And consequently, you know, you're always looking down at the puck and you get fighting it. And when that happens, then you get in trouble. And I think this was their problem last night. They, you know, they just could not seem to get the handle on the puck. And, you know, when you do that, then you make a lot of mistakes, Bill.
In the Atlanta dressing room now, how do you feel that McNeil is talking to him? How will he have this team come out for the second period?
Well, I'm sure he's going to want to try to make him come out physical, but in the same thing, Bill, they can't afford to keep getting penalties, and this is what might happen. They're down, but I feel they're going to have to try to press. They're going to have to shoot 2 guys and 3 guys in there sometimes, but like I say, it's good for us as long as, you know, our wingers do as they were told. They were told to hold up their wingers when they shoot it in. If they do that, our defense have a chance for the puck, and they move it around the boards, and you're out.
Mike Nikolak, thank you very, very much. The next time I see you, I hope it's next Wednesday.
Well, that would be nice, Bill. We could use a day off.
Good luck, Mike. And now back to Jim Gordon.
Tonight's guest receives Sony's 12-inch black and white TV, a great unit for watching your favorite programs. It features a super sharp picture with 3-way power operation. It is from Sony, the one and only. The teams will be coming back from the ice. We'll be ready for the start of the second period in just a moment. All right, we are back here in the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia. Jim Gordon and Bill Chadwick with the score, Rangers 3 and Atlanta Flames 1. And we'll be getting some second period action in just a bit. Don't forget, well, how can you forget? The strike is over in New York, which means it's easy to get to Madison Square Garden, which means it is easy to get to the circus. And you will never have a better time than this year. The greatest show on earth. It is the greatest show on earth ever. The best one of all. Special holiday performances right through tomorrow, April 13th. Half-price children's tickets available for certain performances. Check them out before you go. But even at full price, it is a steal. Tickets for circus shows on sale, Garden Box Office, Ticketron outlets by calling Charge It at 239-7177.
In that first period, Atlanta Flames had 8 shots, and 2 of those shots, the only man with 2 shots was Eric Vail. He is now out for the balance of this hockey game, and that presence will be lost to the Atlanta Flames. The Rangers had 10 shots. Hedberg had 2. Vickers had 2. But outside of that, that was an all New York Ranger first period.
Bill, they haven't had many periods, if any, better than that one. As taking a look at the opposition, the caliber of play of the opponents, the kind of a situation it is here in the playoffs all this season long. That was just brilliant.
And Jim, I believe with the kind of a game Wally Harris is refereeing, that this is an advantage for the Rangers. They are certainly not the hitting physical club that the Atlanta Flames are. They are a much better skating club than the Atlanta Flames.
Let's take a look at the play again, Bill. First goal was Hedberg's at 1:58, as I recall. Hedberg got the first one. Beautiful setup by Vickers.
Vickers taking it in the corner and right to Hedberg, and Hedberg with just one swoop put it by the left side of Bouchard. Now Talifer's taking a beautiful pass from Beck. Beck throwing it into the corner, and Talifer's beating the winger. That was Don Lever he was beating, and he threw it behind Bouchard. It was 2-0. Then at 6:43, Hospodar got the goal. A beautiful setup by Conacher and Duguay. All Hospodar had to do was flip it behind him, and that he did. It was 3-0.
And then Eric Vail got the biggie.
And here's the play by Eric Vail. Watch Davidson. Watch his left leg. He pulls his left leg away from the post, giving him about 6 inches, and that's all Vail needed. That was a Davidson mistake, and he knew it.
That's why J.D. was so angry in front. He never shows anger at his teammates, only at himself, and he's angry there.
That might have been a very costly goal for Atlanta, because Eric Vail, after that, went to the bench, and we have not seen him since, and they say we won't see him for the rest of this hockey game.
Rangers 3 and Atlanta 1. Don't forget, we still have 2 men in the penalty box. Duguay and Willie Flett are in for fighting at 18 minutes and 17 seconds. Rangers will be defending the goal to your right as the second period gets underway, and the Atlanta Flames, as the crowd rises to welcome them, will be defending the goal to your left.
We expect Atlanta to come out just as physical in this second period as they did in the first period last night. Jim, with Buffalo leading Vancouver 2-1 in Vancouver, Buffalo in the end of one period is out in front 1-0. Richard Martin got the Buffalo goal.
Of course, we still have no idea what the future holds here, the immediate future. But here are the possibilities. If the Rangers win this one tonight, they will be off until next Wednesday. The site of that Wednesday game is in doubt. It seems likely to be Philadelphia as of this moment, but that's not definite.
For it not to be Philadelphia, one of the first 8 teams would have to lose a series. If all first 8 teams win their series, the Rangers would be playing Philadelphia if they win this series.
And of course, if Atlanta wins this one, Madison Square Garden. Game time 7:30 on Monday night. We'll talk more about it as this game progresses, and we get a better idea of which way it goes.
There's Bouchard. He's quite a goaltender, as he proved in that first period.
Rangers will be starting off with Nilsson's line, with the exception, of course, of one player because of the dual penalties to Flett and Ron Duguay. 15 seconds in those penalties. Hedberg looking for Nilsson. He's got him, who tips it back towards center. Rangers have it under control. Rangers apparently would rather go with 5 men than go 4-on-4. Just taking their time in center zone. Behind Hedberg. Greshner turns it in, and the penalties are over, of course. Nilsson forechecking. Flett mishandled the puck. High in the air off Henderson's stick. It's into the Ranger bench area. Looks like a 2-line pass was called anyway.
Vadney was out there with Beck. Now Dave Maloney comes out. There's Henderson. Paul Henderson getting a new lease on life playing with Atlanta. He got the winning goal in 1972. Team Canada over Russia on a pass from Phil Esposito. With seconds to go, by the way. Any of you young fellas watching this hockey game, that's the kind of a face mask you should wear.
I've been in a couple of rinks around. I wish I had one. Marsh. Bob Murdoch. Vadney with a high stick, but the Flames had the puck. It won't be called, and Marsh sends it in. Sweenard poked away. Marsh has got the puck. Shot toward the goal is wide. Houston is in front, stirring up some problems. Talavis coming down. Espo's wide right. Don Maloney's in the middle. Maloney goes for the net. Talavis.
Phil Esposito was offside on the right. Esposito's line is out there with Don Maloney and Talavis. Talavis has got one of the Ranger goals. Hedberg and Hospodar have got the other two.
Score is 3-1 Rangers. Puck goes in deep. Bouchard makes the stop. Hospodar picks it away. Not beg your pardon. Talavis picks it away. Marsh on Don Maloney doing a pretty good holding job. Puck's behind the net. Bouchard plays it. Cronenbow did not lift it clear. Shot high off the glass. Talavis reaches for it. Sweenard is there. Rangers forechecking again. Look at Talavis work. Here comes Marsh. Gets it up on the right side. Pass Houston. Still kept in by the Rangers. Dave Maloney knocks it loose. Now poked ahead. Espo's got the puck and waits for the Rangers to clear.
Beautiful job before checking, Jim.
That line goes off. Marsh ahead to Houston. Back to Murdoch. Duguay is at the Murdoch. Slows him down with a check. And takes him off the puck. Tremendous checking by the Rangers. Every man doing his job, breaking the action. Score Rangers 3, Atlanta 1.
18:02 to go in this second period. 3-1 Rangers.
On the face-off, this is Shand. Bothwell stops it, lifts it ahead. Shand stops it. McMillan on his backhand lost it and turns it in now. Marois. Duguay. Two wings are breaking. Johnstone left side sends it past Shand. Bouchard has to play it and plays it badly, but he gets back in time. Center zone. Duguay crunches McMillan. Shot by Nilsson high. That would have tucked under the bar. Perhaps we'll call it a save. A shot on goal. Bothwell was crammed hard into the boards. Double team. Flames are hitting hard now. Up on the right side. Ray Markham tangled up on the boards. Center zone and across. There'll be an icing call here.
And the Rangers will be happy to take that icing just to get the puck out of the zone and start over. But the faceoff will stay in the zone. There's Russell. He's a tough cookie. A lot of people think he was responsible for the second game victory by the Rangers in New York.
Face off on the right side of J.D. Puck is not cleared. Radicalio's shot is stopped in front by Beck. Shot, save! Big save on a screen. Here's a shot by Murdoch. Save! He got a piece. And Hedberg clears it. Oh,
Murdoch shot was on net. Murdoch got one of the big goals last night against Davidson. 16:57 to go in this second period. Once again, the faceoff's in the Ranger zone. Slightly larger crowd here tonight than last night.
Paul Henderson facing off for the Flames. Walt Nielsen for the Rangers in the Rangers' end. A dangerous face-off position here. Rangers win the draw again. Good checking by Henderson on Greshner. There's Flett in deep. Nobody's got it yet. And a frozen puck again.
There's Buffalo and Vancouver. Vancouver tied it up. One apiece. Bolderev got the goal for Vancouver.
Play in the Rangers' end, and now Beck has the puck. Soft pass down the ice, hoping for Hedberg. There'll be an icing call unless Hedberg gets there or he plays the puck, and the goaltender does play the puck. Center zone. Check by Greshner. Took Lever out. Here comes Anderson. He's got Flett in front. Pass across, and Flett had to peel off to go get it. Rangers jammed up in their own end a little bit. Vickers is back checking. Flett goes at the Vickers. Free puck. Davidson gets into the play. No penalty call. Pass off they might have been. It's still in the Rangers' end. For the first time, the Rangers having problems against the forechecking. They can't get it out. Two men in front, and Rangers get a break on a bad pass. That's as close a call as they have had all night, with the exception of the Vail score. Here comes Hedberg. Throws it back for Vickers. In front. Open net. No penalty call. Score! On a follow-up by Badney.
Just by a little bit extra effort. Hedberg going around the outside. He was pulled and held. He got the puck out in front. Badney comes up with his first goal in this playoff. There's Hedberg. Going around, he throws it out front. The shot is made up front. Nielsen cannot handle the puck. It's right in front of him. He can't get it in. Hedberg can't, but he throws it back smartly, and Badney throws it behind Bouchard. It is 4-1. Jim, what a play by Hedberg, throwing that puck back to Badney.
Look at the strength of this man here.
Murdoch did quite a job on Nielsen.
What a shot by Bad. That line is really beginning to click. Those players, Vickers and Nielsen and Hedberg. Hedberg and Nielsen on the assist of the Vadnais goal at 4:10.
Jim, did Murdoch ever have Nielsen tied up?
I thought there was going to be a penalty call. I kept watching the referee. He almost missed Vadnais coming in.
So the Rangers open up a 3-goal lead once again. They had it 3-0. Atlanta got on the scoreboard. The Rangers once again 3-0.
Bill, a particularly significant time, although they'll only be able to tell at the end of the period, at the end of the game, because the Flames had turned it on heavier there than they had all game long. But for the first time, the Rangers had a severe problem coming out of their own end.
The Flames, I agree, Jim, came out flying for this second period.
Okay, we're back to live play. Didn't have time to show you that one. Over the right side, it goes to Vadnais.
Platt was giving Davidson a going over on that one.
This is Shand coming back. Rangers leading 4-1 over the Flames. Don Maloney. Dave Maloney. Good pass. Espo. Save. Perfect pass. Esposito was lined up, but Bouchard was there. This is Shand coming in. They're coming in strength. He's got a shot. A pass across it blocked. Penalty on the Rangers. Penalty on the Rangers as Shand is pulled down. There's a break in the action with the score. Rangers 4 and Atlanta 1.
Don Maloney's in the penalty box unhooking. Atlanta had a 4-2 break, and I believe it was Vadnais fell down at the time. Don Maloney then had to hook. 15-16 left in this second period. Face off deep in the Rangers zone. Rangers will go with Beck, Kreshner, Duguay, and Eddie Johnston, and there's Don Maloney.
It is 4-1 New York with this face-off coming up, and again, a big chance for the Flames to stay in the game. Puck toward the net. Davidson just did clear right side. Johnstone. Last time the Rangers were defending against a power play, they looked as good on the offense as they had all night long. Duguay missed most of that check on Houston.
Jim, once again, the Rangers won that face-off.
Yep, that's been a big key tonight. Rodicalio tosses one in. Here comes Houston in a hurry. He's got a man in front. He goes back to the point, and it's a bad pass. Rangers have a 2-on-2 breakout again. Johnstone and Duguay. He overskates the puck. They'll have to get back in a hurry. Here come the Flames. It's a 4-on-2. Lever in front. Save! Big save by J.D.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Duguay and Eddie Johnson got their signals crossed right up here. And the play going back. Chouinard, of all guys, going in.
He has been so tough against the Rangers. Oh. Time remaining in the power play. 1:24. A lot of time remaining. And again, of course, the face-off is in the Rangers' end. Rangers leading 4-1. Second period, 14:39 to go.
This time it's Nielsen taking the face-off. And he wins it again, Jim.
Round behind the net. Comes up on the right side. Chouinard, right defense, sends it in deep. Nielsen in the corner, battling. Chouinard keeps it in play. Nielsen and Chouinard going at it a bit. Going to be a shot. In front, mishandled, and J.D. pokes it wide. Lever mishandled a critical pass. And the Rangers clear.
Smart play by John Davidson.
Kent Nielsen with 56 seconds in the power play. Here comes Dave Maloney, and Flett's right behind him. Davidson got Flett out of the way by getting his body in the way. Here comes Hedberg. Rangers are down a man. Drop pass for Maloney. Maloney in front to Hedberg, tipped away. Rangers are trapped deep again. 39 seconds to go. Taken away by Maloney. How about that one?
Jim, Maloney should have shot the puck up in that Atlanta zone instead of making that pass. He had Bouchard tied up.
He also carried him in too deep when he made the pass. He could have come back after the shot, but it turned out well for the Rangers as Maloney got back. Murdoch, 17 seconds to go in the power play for the Flames. Pronovo looking for McMillan, who doesn't see the pass. Badney gets there. Pronovo's got it. Back to the point. Russell shot. Saved out of his net. Unger can't recover in time. Puck's up for grabs on the boards. Penalty is over. J.D. well out of his net. He's trapped by Unger. But they can't get a shot on the net. Unger did what he's supposed to do. When J.D. was in the corner, having made a deep mistake, he held him in.
Jim, a bad play by J.D. He's a little bit too anxious.
But again, it turned out well. Sometimes, Bill, you got to play with the flow. Everything is going well for the Rangers. Even after they almost got burned by going too deep on that power play, they did it again. There's a break in the action. Score, Rangers 4 and Atlanta 1.
That goal by Carol Badney is his 8th playoff goal, his 3rd with the Rangers.
Face off in the Flames' end. Brad Marsh. Duguay and Johnstone have made a fine team tonight.
Betty's had quite a game.
Murdoch. And Bob Murdoch throws it in. Past J.D. Houston goes to the off wing. Giveaway. Marois there. Mario to Bothwell. Bothwell around the referee and clears it out to center zone. Clements. Again, Houston operating on left wing. Henderson throws his weight. Marois back there. Bothwell pulled down. Whistle and a stop and play with 12:08 to go.
Face off in the Ranger zone. You know, talking about Davidson coming out of the net, Jim, I'd rather see him come out of the net and be part of the hockey game and stay in the hockey game, even though it's a mistake sometimes. There's Tim Bothwell putting it all together tonight. Esposito's out there now, but this time he's got Conacher on his left wing. Who is that? Hospodar on the right wing?
Pick him up in a second.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Just saw a move. Dave Maloney, soft pass ahead. Here comes Conacher. Can't get there in time. Houston back on right wing. Into the Rangers' end. Dave Maloney is back. Clement is after him. Poked ahead. 3-on-2 Rangers. Drop pass by Conacher does not work. It's off a stick. Espo goes in front. Atlanta's got 3 shots on goal. Rangers 3 shots so far in the second period. There is a break in the action with the score. Rangers 4, Atlanta 1. Face-off goes behind the Atlanta goal line. This is Russell getting it by Shand up on the right side of Houston. Seems like Houston's been out there for a half hour. Houston throws it in. J.D. again out of his net to play the puck. Perfectly legal. Heavy check by Houston out in front. Missed by McMillan. He didn't get in close enough. Off Clement in center zone. Houston comes in again. Houston and Beck come together, and heavily. Back to center zone.
Houston took a swipe at Beck, too.
When he had his back turned and didn't see it. It's Houston again. And Houston lifts it in. He wants to go on a change. Bouncy puck, look out. Whoa!
I'm glad he heard you, Jim.
10:58 to go.
4-1 New York over Atlanta. Rangers lead the series 2-1. By the way, Pittsburgh's out in front of Boston 2-0.
Well, there's some record. 20 playoff goals in 50 playoff games. Vickers, tremendous. Money, Bill. Money player.
That's right, Jim.
Here comes Bothwell. Willie Plett was back. That one hit Nilsson and slowed down. Oh, a heavy check by Plett. That took Marois out. He's all right. Hedberg goes in after Murdoch. Missed most of that check. Heavy check by Marois to get back. Bothwell sends one up. Marois dumps it back into the Flames' end. Time remaining, second period, 10:26. The game is almost half over. Rangers throwing their bodies. That was Vickers, but here comes Plett. Good shot. Save. And again, J.D. with a clearing save. Hedberg. Vickers coming in left side. Nilsson's in the middle. Hedberg overskates it. Henderson has the puck. Hedberg knocks it away. What a game he's having.
Had a great hockey game, and that line goes off. Espo comes out.
Center zone. Talbot stick checks it away from Henderson. Henderson recovers. Murdoch on Bothwell. Jimmy rubs him. Flames come up with the puck. Ingerfield tries to center it out. Here comes Talbot. Shot, Radicalio. Save! And just. Back to center zone, Esposito. Espo drops it for Talbot. Talbot looking for help. Looking for a blue jersey. Finds Don Maloney. Espo's in front with Talbot. Beyond him. Shot from the point. Save! Tremendous drive by Badney. Don Maloney to the point. Intercept by Russell. And back to center zone. 9:08 to go, second period. Rangers 4, Atlanta 1. Espo. Dean Talbot. Kept in by the Flames. Lever pulled down by Talbot. And thought there should have been a penalty. Comes along to Don Maloney. Russell has the puck for the Flames. Taken by Dave Maloney and lifted clear.
Rangers playing with a great deal of confidence, Jim.
They're changing quickly and almost got caught in a change this time. Markham is coming in hard. Badney going back to the puck. Around behind Pronovo by Houston. Kept in by Russell. Houston got a shot or a pass to Unger. Stopped in front. Badney with a good block. 2-on-1. And the pass leads Don Maloney just a little too far. He was leg weary. He'd been out a long time. Houston sends it ahead. It is blocked. End-to-end play. Pronovo ahead of the puck and offside.
Jim, the Rangers were caught in a change on that one.
Break in the action. Score. Rangers 4, Atlanta 1.
You can lead it.
Face off in center ice with 8:09 left in this second period. New York out in front, 4-1. It's Duguay with Ray Markham and Eddie Johnston. They've had a good night together.
Puck comes back. This is Greshner to Beck and back to Gresh. Brad Marsh takes a check from Greshner and lost the puck behind. Here's Unger. Score! Save! He got it! He's got it! A tremendous save by Davidson and Unger, cutting from right to left. Houston comes up with the puck offside.
Davidson's like a stone wall. In the first period, it was all Bouchard. In the second period, it's been Davidson. He's been outstanding. Of all the guys that go in on him, it's Unger. And Davidson comes out and makes the save. Big Markham picked it up.
J.D. playing with tremendous confidence tonight. Made the one mistake that caused one goal, and he's been unstoppable since. Saw the butt of a stick behind him, and I thought it was the puck.
Jim, Barry Beck helped on that. He made Unger force his play.
Here comes Beck now and sends it ahead to the blue line. Johnstone fights for it. This is Shand. Rangers have done a tremendous job against an improved Atlanta offense in this period. Giveaway in front, missed by Chouinard. Oh, did he miss a big one? Here's another one. Beck stops it. And the Rangers lift it clear. Duguay ahead of the field. Pulled down, no penalty. Icing could be called. There's a whistle. No tripping was called against Markham either.
Jim, that was after. You'll never get a tripping penalty after an offside. you'll get a cross-check penalty, high sticking penalty, board checking.
Uh-oh. They're coming all the way back. He's not going near the penalty box, Bill. You called it right again. Looked like Mr. Harris is going toward the penalty box.
The only time you'll get a penalty after a whistle by a linesman is a cross-check. That arm up in the air is a linesman signifying it was an icing. A cross-check, a high stick, a boarding penalty, a charging penalty, some kind of a penalty that can injure an opponent, but not on a trip.
Knowing you?
Just like going to grade school.
Atlanta 7 shots on goal. Rangers 4. Face off. Rangers end. And Vickers gets it ahead. It is Rangers 4 and Atlanta 1. And again, the icing signal back into the Rangers end.
With 7:06 left in this second period.
There has been only one penalty called in this period. The referee, following a good pattern, he called 4 against the Rangers in the first and 5 against the Flames in the first.
Jim, Wally Harris came here tonight, and I know what he said to himself. You're going to play my type of hockey game. I'm going to run this hockey game and not the hockey players.
He did.
That was the difference between last night and tonight. Medill let the hockey players set the standard.
Bouncing puck toward the goal is blocked by Marois. Comes up on Hedberg's side. And there's a frozen puck in the Rangers' end. Time remaining, second period, 6:59. We expect to have Warren Miller up as our guest between the second and third period. Conacher came up because Miller was injured. Warren had an injury. Tried to keep it a little bit quiet. He wanted to play so badly. Flett behind the net. In front. Rangers have it. Hedberg one-on-one with Radicalio. Good stick work. Nilsson. Shot saved. Here come the Flames. This is Ingerfield to Flett. And Flett is taken down by Bothwell. High shot. Carries up off the glass. Comes down on Nilsson's side and he clears. 6:25 to go. Marois back. Look out. Nilsson. Vickers. Knocked away by Lever. Nilsson on Lever. Flames fight it free. No penalty call. Calavis kicks it ahead. He might have a shot. He will not. Now holds. Cross ice. Shot here. Stopped in front. Never did get to the goaltender. Bouchard swings at Esposito. Hit him across the back. I don't know what happened before then. Bouchard came out of his net and slashed Espo. I don't know what happened before then.
Jim, Harris has got to make a decision now. Bouchard left his goal to come out and join an altercation. Let's see what happens now.
He started the altercation, or at least he came out to be in one. Let's see what happened before then if we get a shot at it. Willie Flett starts to go. Let's see what's going to be called here. Espo's going, by the way, he's arguing. Espo's in.
To show you that action in front of the net. Talafis has the puck. He doesn't know where to put it. He finally throws it out to the point. The shot taken by Dave Maloney. Esposito's up front.
There it is. He jabbed him in the mask. Esposito definitely jabbed his stick at the mask of Bouchard. Harris saw it. Bouchard came out and gets a cross-checking penalty. And Bill, you approve of the call?
I think Harris handled it very, very wisely, Jim. A referee can forget the rule book when he's in a situation like that. He's got to rule this game with his head. And so far, Harris has been ruling this game with his head.
It'll take a little time to clean up the ice. Some of the fans are a little bit irate and threw some stuff down on the ice.
It's high. He called it high sticking on Esposito and slashing on Bouchard.
5 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
Willie Plett is serving the penalty for Atlanta. He's going to serve Bouchard's penalty. So each team will be out there with 4 skaters. And there's 5:40 left in this second period. Atlanta Flames lost Eric Bale after he scored the Atlanta Flame goal in the first period. And they're losing quite a hockey player. His 2-goal effort was the first in playoff competition for him. And he has registered the winning goal in both of Atlanta's playoff victories. They have only won 2 playoff games.
I'd like to use the same appellation we did for Vickers. He's a money player, Mr. Vail.
He's a tough competitor too, Jim.
5 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Second period. Rangers by 3, 4-1.
So the Rangers are without Tkachuk, and now the Atlanta without Eric Bale.
Free puck. Flames after it. Duguay breaks it up at center zone. Johnstone's got it. Eddie having by far the best game of this series. Interesting to see if Atlanta catches any fire from their goaltender being in trouble. It sometimes happens. Duguay, good pass across to Eddie. Johnstone here. Duguay going into the corner against Radicalio. Russell goes deep. Look at the forechecking here. Dugay's all over the ice. Now the Flames break out. 2 defensemen and 1 forward back for the Rangers. It's 4-on-4. This is Lever. And a bad pass by Lever right to Eddie Johnstone, who anticipated.
Yeah, and that's the kind of passes the Rangers were making last night.
Just beyond Lever's reach. There will be no icing, and Johnstone will get to it unless Bouchard does. And Bouchard casually comes out. Almost too casually. He had it measured well. 1:05 to go on the penalties. Russell ahead. Not cleared by the Rangers. Hedberg. Flames were on a change and couldn't take advantage of that. This is Beck looking for Hedberg, but Brad Marsh gets there. Did not clear. McMillan throws it back deeper. Radicalio. Brad Marsh. High in the air. Nilsson passes to himself.
He used to be a soccer player. He's pretty good with the feet. You saw an example right there.
Beck up ahead. Marsh is back. Time in the penalties, 24 seconds. Brad Marsh behind the net.
The checking by Nilsson and Hedberg is something to witness.
Whole Ranger team tonight, Bill. I really can't single anybody else.
Yep. Right.
Radicalio comes in. Knocked away by Don Maloney, back checking. In 3 seconds, the dual penalties will be over.
In 3 minutes and 40 seconds, this period will be over.
Davidson plays it well behind the cage. J.D. went into this game with the goals against average below 2. Don Maloney. Espo. Chalavas fights his way in.
What a series he's had.
He's got a genius for getting around body checks, Bill.
He's like an eel out there, Jim.
Put his body into plate pretty good.
A rough eel.
That's Don Maloney working with Chalavas. Espo's in front. Chalavas taken out of the play. Espo knocks it away. Flett comes down the right side. Henderson wide left. Back checking by Chalavas that time.
He's all over the ice. There he is again.
J.D. plays it up. It hits a wing for the Flames. Murdoch comes in, puts a man down. Ingerfield is down. It's underneath. There'll be a face-off in the Rangers' end. 2:40 to go, second period.
Jim, John Davidson is helping himself tonight more than I've seen him help himself in a long, long while. Look at Pittsburgh out in front of Boston now, 3-0. Randy Carlyle got that 3rd goal. 16:37 of the second period. Boston and Pittsburgh tied up 1-1 in a series. Those two teams, out, unlike the rest of the teams in the league, play tomorrow night also.
Dave Maloney has the puck. Kept in. Shot. Stick save. Rebound. Loose. Right side up behind the net. Comes around left side for Eddie Johnstone. Johnstone eludes the check by Pronovo. Heavy check in the corner by Dave Maloney. Badney's got the puck. Rangers have not been intimidated tonight. They have been the physical hockey team. Dave Maloney ahead. Pronovo takes him on. Takes an elbow in return. Shot toward the net. Shan scoops it wide. Eddie Johnstone with Shan. Duguay. Cleared to Pronovo. Pronovo coming down. 3 Rangers back. This is Henderson. Behind Beck. Comes up and Markham side 2-on-1. But it'll be a 2-on-2 with Pronovo coming back on Johnstone. Duguay shot is a save. Rebound eludes Johnstone. Unger comes back. 1:44 to go. Second period. Rangers leading 4-1. Ray Markham throws his body in the corner. Unger gets away from the check by Markham. And immediately the checking goes to Barry Beck. Rangers are picking up tonight for each other. With one man misses, there's another man there. There's an icing call.
Jim, what the Rangers are doing tonight also is they're making that second check. After Atlanta gets rid of the puck on a pass, he gets hit. And he's doing so, they've got to keep their head up. Markham in particular, he's doing that. He's hitting everything that moves with a white shirt on.
Good thing the officials are striped. Bill, those black shirts with white stripes or white shirts with black stripes?
I don't know, Jim. I never wore one. That's the truth. I never wore a striped shirt.
That's right. They came in after you, didn't they?
We had beautiful orange ones with black collars and cuffs. Oh, they were lovely.
I bet you were a sight. Little lace around the collar?
Little lace around the collar, yep.
A minute and 30 seconds to go in the second period. Rangers leading 4-1.
But there was a time we had to wear collars and ties.
They were detachable in those days, weren't they, the collars?
We had one linesman used to put soap in his pockets.
Back behind the goal line now. Vickers. Lever is on him. And Houston again working on the left side, knocks it away. Rangers have a bit of a problem here unless they can clear it out. The Flames are set up pretty well. Lever loses it. And back across the line. Nilsson. 1 minute to go. We're in the second period. Shan. Onside. Lost control and had to come back. Any doubt in your mind that Nilsson is fully recovered? Boy, has he played a series. Last couple of games. And he was hurt last night. Took a hard shot. 34 seconds in the period. Houston ahead. Davidson plays it off the sideboards perfectly. Beck's got it. Excellent game by the Rangers. 2 good periods. Shot. Blocked. 18 seconds in the period. Brad Marsh comes down. Beck getting back against McMillan. He's got a good shot here. Pass it instead. Save!
That was the best save Davidson's made in this hockey game.
And with seconds to go in the second period, perhaps the most critical. 3 seconds to go. And the period will end without an Atlanta score. So, at the end of the second period, the score is Rangers 4, Atlanta 1. Back here in Atlanta in just a few moments.
New York 6, Atlanta 9. 2 periods, New York 6.
When you've got a headache, what does...
Round of applause.
Back here in Atlanta, Jim Gordon, along with Bill Chadwick, and we'll be expecting Warren Miller to drop in us any minute now. Currently, the New York Rangers have a lead on the Atlanta Flames, and the score is the Rangers 4 and the Atlanta Flames 1. Shots on goal in that second period, 6 for the Rangers and 9 for the Flames. The play in the second period was marked by much better defensive play by the Rangers than they had been put upon in the first period. First period, the Rangers carried the offense, and the Flames were off balance throughout. Goals by Hedberg, Talafas, and Hospodar. The Flames put forth, I think, by far their best effort in the second period. They turned on the offense. Davidson had to make a couple of spectacular stops. And Carol Vadnais picked up a goal at 4 minutes and 10 seconds of the second period to give the Rangers back the edge they had earlier in the first period. Rangers scored the first three, Hedberg, Talafas, and Hospodar, before Vail got one at 9:07. That was a power play goal. The penalties came few and far between in the second period compared to the first. In the first, 4 called against the Rangers, 5 against the Atlanta Flames, and as Bill pointed out several times, Wally Harris, the referee, had decided he was going to call the game his way. He laid down the law early, and both teams finally understood exactly what it was about. At 4:44 of the second period, Don Maloney went out for a hooking penalty. It was a good penalty to take at the time, with the Flames threatening in front of John Davidson. Then Esposito put his stick up in the face of the goaltender, Dan Bouchard, at 14:20. Bouchard came out after Esposito and got a slashing penalty. Both went out for 2 minutes. At least Bouchard had a surrogate in the penalty box for him, and nothing happened as a result of the 4-on-4 skating situation. In any event, at the end of 2 periods of play, with just 20 minutes of hockey remaining, the Rangers have a lead of 4-1 over the Atlanta Flames. And this third period should be something very special. Be back in just a couple of minutes with Warren Miller. We'll return to Atlanta in just a moment. Once again, back here in Atlanta, Jim Gordon along with Warren Miller, and unfortunately Warren is my guest tonight. It's not that I don't like to talk to Warren at any time, whether it's on a bus or a plane in the airport or up here. But Warren most reluctantly is sitting this one out tonight. Pat Conacher is up because Warren is officially injured. Warren, you picked it up a couple of games back, didn't you?
Yes, a groin injury, and without any rest or anything like that, it gets worse and worse and worse. And in the last game last night, I pulled it pretty good, and I'm not 100%, so I told them get somebody that can really skate, so they brought up Patty Conacher.
Most injuries, you know, you can take therapy for it, heat or cold, or you can take some whirlpool or massage, but a deep groin injury, there's nothing except, I guess, rest is really going to take care of it for you.
Yes, it's an injury where you have to use it all the time. Skating, walking, you don't use it as much, but skating, you use it all the time, and it never gets better unless you rest it for a few days, so that's what I'm doing now.
Warren, you've had a good year for the Rangers since you came up. You've skated extremely well for them. You're a non-stop kind of competitor, and I'm just wondering if we could go back and take a little review from Warren Miller's standpoint about the season. How do you figure the Rangers so far this year from your standpoint? Up to your expectations, a little bit better?
Well, they came off the Stanley Cup Finals last year, and I came from New England Whalers, Harper Whalers now, and it was tough for me. I had a lot of competition and everything like that, so it was tough, and I'm starting to play better and better now and working into the lineup a little bit more, and it's gratifying to me to play on this club because it's an established club and it's a fine hockey club.
Yeah. You fit in very well with them. Do you feel very comfortable with them?
Yes, all the players treat me very well, and I know them well now. So they're just one of the boys. You know, I'm one of the boys, so it's a good feeling.
Do you have as much difficulty as most people when you join a new league? And certainly we can't call you a rookie since you played in the other hockey league for quite some time. Do you have as much trouble as most people finding out about the opposition, knowing how the opposing forwards work, if the defenseman leans one way better than the other?
Well, it's tough because I haven't seen these players play before, and along the way you get to know them more and more through the season. So now it's a matter of just going out there. I know who I'm playing against. I know the defenseman, and just going out and playing the game and working with the people that I play with, and it's become more and more easier as the season's came on.
Do you feel different as you come down toward the playoff time? Not in the playoffs, because obviously in the playoffs everything is different. The way you eat, the way you sleep, the way you think about the games is different. But as the Rangers came down toward the end, they did pretty much what they did last year. That is, have sort of a bad closing season. Last year I think they won 2 out of 12. This year I think it was 2 out of 10, and seemed disorganized, and yet when the whistle blew, there they were.
Well, the team comes together as a unit, and the same thing is happening now. Everybody's pulling together, and 80 games is a long season, and plus the preseason games, so it gets you mentally, you get tired, but when the playoffs start, it's a new season, and everybody's raring to go, and so here we are, and hope we hold on to this 4-1 lead, maybe get some more goals, and come out and win this one.
Let's talk a little bit about this game. I thought John Davidson, outside of the one mistake he made on Vail, and let's give Vail credit for a tremendous secondary effort, has played one of the best games he has played in a year or so.
Yeah, Vail he played well last night, and tonight he suffered a groin injury, I think, in the first period, and he hasn't played since, I don't think. But It's, you know, it's tough. Eric Bale is playing. He's played last night in New York. He didn't play that well, but in Atlanta here he's played very well. And last night he helped the Flames. His line got 3 goals. He got 2, and Houston got 1. So he's a big part of this club.
Warren, when Bill and I watch a game, we can only do it from our own vantage point, which is sometimes far removed from the ice. Back in some of the arenas, we're a couple of blocks away, really, and about 5 stories in the air. But it does seem to me that tonight the Rangers are playing much more solidly as a complete team tonight. If one man misses a check, there's no way to get through because there's another man covering up for him. They're working beautifully together. They're winning the face-offs. I think perhaps it is the best all-over team effort we've seen all year long.
Well, it's a very important game. I mean, we don't want to go back to New York and play a game there, not because of the fans. You know, we'd love to play there in front of the fans, but just because of the fact that it comes down to 60 minutes, it's a luck factor. I mean, off a shin or off a skate, a goal, but you know, it's really an important game for us tonight. And when we win this game, we're going to go on to Philadelphia, and then we're going to go from there.
No surprises last night that the Flames played a very hard, heavy physical game, were there?
Yeah, they played well. They had to, because the fact that the fans were here and the chance of a change in town and stuff like that. But, you know, tonight we come up and we're playing very good hockey, and we're just keeping them off balance, and that's the way to do it to win a game.
Warren, love to see you back before the series ends, maybe in a couple of weeks or a month or so.
Okay, I'll be back in about 2 days.
Okay, Warren Miller. And Warren Miller, because he's up here with us tonight, becomes our guest of the evening. And tonight's guest will receive Sony's 12-inch black and white TV. A great unit for watching your favorite programs. Features a super sharp picture with 3-way power operation. It is from Sony, the one and only. The teams will be coming back from the ice, ready for the start of the third and final period in just a moment.
Okay, thank you.
I will. Back in Atlanta, the score, Rangers 4, Atlanta 1. Third period coming up, William.
In that second period, the Rangers only had 6 shots, but they made one of them count. It was a big goal by Carol Vadnais. Atlanta had 9 shots. They came out storming, but cooled off because of the effects and play of John Davidson. He's been outstanding in the second period. In the first period, of course, it was all Bouchard.
A little bit easier to have some social engagements in New York now that the transit strike is over. And don't forget that next Friday night is Fight Night at the Garden. 3 exciting 10-rounders coming up at the Felt Forum. Beginning at 7:30 p.m. 2 10-round featherweight bouts feature Carmelo Negron against Terry Pizarro and Juan Laporte against Rafael Lopez. And one of the 10-rounders, one of the 3, Ruby Ortiz, will meet Sean Mannion in a welterweight fight. They look like heavyweights compared to those feathers. Fighting is great at the Garden. Any place inside the main arena or at the Felt Forum. And don't forget, the date, Friday, April 18th, Felt Forum. You can get there now with no difficulty. Tickets on sale, Garden box office, Ticketron outlets, and be calling charge at 239-7177.
And, of course, the strike being over will help you also. Don't forget the spring hockey clinics to be conducted in Manhattan. I'll get back to that in a minute. We're going to show you some highlights of that second period.
There's
Radatelio with his arm around Hedberg. Hedberg breaking away, throwing it out front. Vickers putting it over to Nielsen. Murdoch has Nielsen all tied up. Nielsen can't get his stick on the puck, but watch Hedberg. Jim, I thought it was Hedberg that threw it back, but it was Bouchard that threw it back to Vadnais, and Vadnais put it behind Bouchard. That was the insurance goal, 4-1. The first goal for Vadnais in the playoffs, the 8th in his history, and the 3rd in the Rangers.
Watch the
Here
save.
Comes Unger. A beautiful save by Davidson, but Unger's shot was forced because of the play of Beck.
The Flames have come back on the ice, waiting for the Rangers and for the Flames. A most important 20 minutes coming up, and I guess that's an understatement and maybe a pretty stupid kind of thing to say. If they don't make it in 20 minutes, they are out for the season, and perhaps the last game they'll be playing in Atlanta, although certainly most of us in this league hope not.
Well, from up here, we hope not. These people in Atlanta have been just great with us. Their camera work is outstanding. The competitiveness of this camera team is just great. Don't forget the spring hockey clinics to be conducted in Manhattan for boys and girls of all ages. For more information, call the hockey hotline, 212-745-1150. That's 212-745-1150. Spring hockey clinics in Manhattan.
Rangers, of course, are not only without the services of Warren Miller, but Walter Tkachuk, one of the most important cogs in the entire Ranger hockey team. They lost Cam Connor the other night. Cam had been playing a good game up until the time he went out with a hand injury. And, of course, earlier, they had lost Sullivan as well because of the knee operation.
And, of course, in this game, Atlanta lost one of their top guns. Their top gun certainly in the playoffs. He had the last 3 goals for Atlanta. He got the last 2 last night, and he got the first one tonight. But the first one tonight was expensive for the Atlanta Flames. Eric Vail went out with the pulled groin.
Bill, something, you know, hockey games are made of so many little things that are important. Frequently, as a matter of fact, most of the time when a goaltender gets involved in an altercation, his team gets upset and they have a tendency to come out storming and play heavy, and very, very often effectively. After Bouchard got mixed up with Esposito, the next line change out for the Rangers, I guess it was Duguay and Eddie Johnstone, thoroughly kept the Atlanta Flames in check. They couldn't get out, and any impetus they might have picked up there died. It might be one of those times in the game that a very important small thing happened.
I don't know how well liked Bouchard is by the rest of the team, Atlanta Flames. Certainly he blames the Atlanta Flames for everything that's happened to him. Jiggs McDonald indicated so on an interview I had him in New York. But Jim, it'll be interesting to see in this period. If it was a 2-1 hockey game, the Flames would sit back. In as much as it's a 4-1 hockey game, their defense has to go out the window. They have to go all out. This may be the last period of hockey the Flames play this year, and the Golf Cubs can come out.
But they will be hitting and they will be skating, and this is not a piece of cake by any stretch of the imagination. The Rangers know it. Radicalio's pass to Russell, and Russell up to the blue line and across. Here comes Kent Nilsson in a hurry. He has had a bad series for Kent Nilsson.
He got 40 goals over the regular season.
Look how they're forechecking now. And again, as Bill has pointed out, they're going to do it. Duguay has got Johnstone. They've played well together tonight. Eddie peels off. Dougie's in front. So's Ray Markham. He goes back to the point instead, and Vadnais got it there. Vadnais plays behind the goal line. Rangers on their hand, of course, will be trying to forecheck to keep the Flames from breaking. Lever had that one across the red line, but couldn't hold on to it. Ray Markham has put into the board.
That was a good defensive play by Barry Beck.
This is Russell. Sent in to the left side of J.D. Mishandled now with Houston coming in a hurry. Headman pass all by himself to Duguay. Save! And missed the rebound. And Bouchard does it again.
Duguay threw it right into Bouchard's stick.
That's what Bill was talking about. The Flames have got to go for offense. They are going to get caught. But in the meantime, it might pay off for them. Davidson slows it down. Plays the corner. Vickers back the other way. Hedberg. Intercept. Radicalio. Shot. Save on a deflection. Back to the point by McMillan. Shot is wide. J.D. again out of his net. Gets involved. He's back in the hole. On Hedberg's side. Radicalio tries to pin it back to center zone. And Nilsson is there finding Hedberg. Hedberg goes in solo. Double team. Lost to Radicalio. Takes it away from him. Cross ice pass. Henderson. Ingerfield never saw that pass coming. Back to center zone by Earl. Radicalio ahead. Bothwell turns the corner. Kept in by the Flames. Shot blocked by Nilsson. Opie's got it. And ahead. Rangers change.
And you'll have an icing.
Break in the action. Score. Rangers 4, Atlanta 1.
When you look closely at tomorrow's energy picture, one energy system emerges as cleanest, most efficient, most economical, and with enormous potential supplies. By the year 2000, we can have much more of it than we do today. The energy, natural gas. And with new sources and technologies, there could be enough gas to supply us far into the future. Gas, the future belongs to the efficient.
Jim, the Rangers cannot afford to get goal hungry like Duguay was on that one. He's got to stay in that defensive zone and pitch in there. Being out behind the Atlanta defense is not helping the team defensively.
It is kept in here by Brad Marsh. Unger pins his man in the corner. And a frozen puck again in the Rangers' end. Again, it goes without saying, basic hockey, the fewer of these face-offs you have in your own end, the better your chances are. 17:38 to go. Third period, Rangers leading 4-1.
Rangers have basically been going with 3 lines tonight after that first period.
Shot, save, rebound, missed, rebound clear. Calavis comes back in a hurry. Big stop again by John Davidson. Don Maloney's got a shot.
He passes behind for Marois. Good pass. Bothwell will shoot. Save. Bothwell on target. Talavas throws his weight against Unger. Unger and Talavas working. And a frozen puck in the corner.
Wally Harris very wisely blowing the whistle. He doesn't want anything to happen in these corners. He's got this game right in the palm of his hand and has had it that way all night long. Doing an exceptional job refereeing. We're the first to criticize, but we like to be the first to compliment when it's coming to them.
And you're first in the hearts of your countrymen, too, Chad. "17 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. We're in the third period. Ron Duguay with Ray Markham on the right side and Eddie Johnstone on the left. Henderson has it for the Flames. Shot goes in. Dave Maloney. Rangers will also have to be very careful about taking bad penalties. Play in the corner. Duguay is back. Around Chouinard. Taken by the Flames in front. Backhand shot. Stopped in front. Save! Whoa! He had a close one that time.
Talk about frustration. Chouinard wanted to break his stick over the back of the net. Davidson coming up with the big loose puck. That's the play in the corner. There's Chouinard.
Quick stick.
16:50 left. 4-1 New York.
16:50 to go indeed with the face-off on the left side. Free puck comes back. Russell will shoot. Wide. Somebody got a piece in front. Eddie Johnstone. And lifts it clear. Here comes Duguay again. Russell beats him to it. Duguay takes it away. Duguay pull down. No penalty call. Shand is back. Markham is deep. Duguay in front. Bouncing puck. Flames coming out. Johnstone shoots. Save. Big save by Bouchard there. No penalty on a trip of the Rangers either. They're
On
not
a
calling
dive.
now. High stick call. Slows down the play. Break in the action. Score. Rangers 4, Atlanta 1.
Face off just outside of the Atlanta zone.
Face off back to Ron Greshner. Listed ahead and lost it, but Kent Nielsen couldn't break. Here comes Lever. 2-on-2. Houston. Shot. Got the tip of his stick on it. I don't think it was headed to the goal anyway. It was close. Center zone. Radicalio. Beck coming back with Houston on his tail.
Once again, Jim Davidson helped himself.
Shot from the point by Murdoch as a pass in. Kent Nielsen. Greshner takes it away. Nielsen recovers. This is Houston again. He's got Lever with Houston in front unchecked. It is loose and cleared by the Rangers. Houston was unchecked in front as everybody concentrated on the puck carrier. Here's Houston again. Called his name a lot tonight, Bill. He's been involved. Lever. Greshner rubs him. Vickers did not lift it clear. Now does. Hedberg looking for Nielsen. Radicalio coming back, and Bouchard helps his own cause. Center zone. Clement is hit by, and Hospodar is going to go. Rangers have taken a bad penalty. But why, I don't know. Have to see the replay on that. There's a break in the action with the score. Rangers 4 and Atlanta 1.
Some people say America's falling behind in innovation. That sure isn't true of the tire business, where Goodyear is #1 worldwide. We got there by investing in the future. In the last 4 years, we've spent $1 billion on innovation and new equipment to put extra value into every Goodyear product you buy. Because when we're out front, you come out ahead. Innovation, it keeps Goodyear out front and pulling away.
Ed Hospodar on the ice for the first time in this third period, and only the second time in the second and third period, takes a penalty. It was at center ice, and it was called boarding. Atlanta getting their opportunity to come alive. 15:06 left in this hockey game.
This is one of the things the Rangers didn't want to happen, but it has happened. Chouinard sends it in. Flett trying to get it in front. Vadnais on Flett. Unger with the puck. He's got Radicalio. He's got a shot. Just wide, stopped in front, and just did go wide. They had open net. Radicalio. Vadnais goes after his man. Unger's got it. He's got Flett in front. Back to the point. Radicalio shot. Save. Missed by Flett. Rebound in front. Here goes Pronovo for the puck. Unger. Fakes the shot. Vadnais being held. Couldn't get loose. But the Rangers get it up to the blue line and across.
Jim Davidson made one save with the right leg. He never saw the puck.
Pronovo started to go with Dave Maloney. Changed his mind when he realized he's in front of the Ranger bench. There's no place to pick a rough penalty.
And it's not a bad penalty for Pronovo to take if he takes Maloney with him. That'll give it a 4-on-3 skating situation.
Maloney's gone with Pronovo.
A smart play by Pronovo to take Maloney off with him, making it a 4-on-3 skating situation. Giving Atlanta plenty of room. This is a type of situation where the Rangers could use Walla Tkachuk. There's Hospodar. He's in the penalty box for boarding. There's 1 minute and 13 seconds left on his penalty. Pronovo and Dave Maloney join him.
Elbowing both. Time of the penalty, 5:42. Look at Greshner coming in one-on-one with Radicalio. Good move. And just did get a save. Give away by the Rangers. Bad pass. High off the glass.
Bad play by Leva.
He had all the room in the world to skate in, but the Rangers gave it away with a bad back pass, and Lever gave it back to them.
Jim Leva should have waited until his team caught up to him. He had a 3-on-1 if he did.
Radicalio coming in. It's 4-on-3. Rangers are short. Marwa plays it up to Nielsen on left wing, and he clears it over to the right wing side, wasting a lot of clock.
25 seconds left on the penalty to Hospodar.
Look at Bouchard headman that puck.
He's good with the stick.
Kent Nielsen goes in. Behind Chouinard, bad pass. Point shot. Save! Davidson's got it again.
Jim, I have never seen better goaltending. I can't believe in the goaltending I've seen between Davidson and Bouchard tonight. They've both been outstanding.
10 seconds to go on Hospodar's penalty.
Esposito comes out to take the face-off. This is a big face-off for Espo and the Rangers. Barry Beck is out there with Mario Mauer along with Espo. Boston has got on the scoreboard. Middleton got the goal. It is Pittsburgh 3, Boston 1.
McMillan and Murdoch. Unger is out there. Russell. Free puck in front. Knocked away.
And that'll do it for the Hospodar penalty.
It is 4-on-4 as Hospodar comes out. Here comes Unger. Russell. Offside. 12 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the hockey game. The teams are skating 4-on-4, and the Rangers lead by 3, 4-1.
And there's 41 seconds left on the penalty to Dave Maloney and Pronovo. Pronovo playing it very smart, taking Maloney off with him, giving the Atlanta Flames a 4-on-3 skating situation. But the Rangers were up to the task, particularly Davidson. And Espo has been outstanding with face-offs tonight.
Free puck to Russell. Drop pass to McMillan. In front. Stopped in front. I think it was Vadnais. Espo coming down against Russell. It's a 3-on-2 developing. Russell puts Espo into the board pretty hard. Murdoch behind the goal line. Rangers sending one man deep. Unger lost it. Espo's got it. Espo shot to save. He almost got one.
Buffalo went out in front of Vancouver. It's in the third period. It's 2-1.
Don't forget, if the Flames are able to pull this one out somehow, the next game in New York will be a 7:30 game on Monday night.
If the Rangers win, their first home game will be on Friday. They will open up away from home. Open up on Saturday, I beg your pardon. Open up on Saturday, or they will open away from home.
It'll be Wednesday and Thursday away.
Friday travel,
Saturday
right.
and Sunday at home.
Earl Ingerfield.
There's Earl Ingerfield. He was the third star of the game last night. His father was quite a hockey player. Coached the Islanders. Played with the Rangers.
12:28 to go. This is Ingerfield coming out. Duguay's on him. Good hook check by Dugay. Okay, the penalties are over. 5-on-5. Bad pass by Greshner. Penalty. A tripping penalty on Ron Greshner.
Greshner got himself in trouble. Lackadaisical play on that one.
Break in the action. Score Rangers 4, Atlanta 1.
To introduce new Mellow Yellow, the world's fastest soft drink, here are Randy Smith and Gus Williams, two of the world's fastest basketball players in a fast drinking contest. It's Smith on a fast break with his lemony smooth Mellow Yellow. Double dribble! Wow, but Smith's called for a foul as Williams lays up his great tasting Mellow Yellow to win easily at the buzzer. Mellow Yellow. No wonder they call it the world's fastest soft drink. Try it!
Greshner takes a bad penalty. We'll show it to you. He's got the puck. He makes a lazy pass, and it's picked up by Pronovo, and Greshner pulls him down.
Again, giving the Flames a possibility of some life with a lot of hockey time remaining.
There's 12:08 remaining in this third period.
Flames need 3 for a tie. The puck is cleared by the Rangers.
It's Vadnais Maloney, Duguay, and Eddie Johnstone.
This is the second power play for the Flames in this period. Radicalio has the puck. Can't give Duguay and Johnstone enough credit tonight. Shot.
They've been really outstanding.
In front. Pass. Loose. Shot. Save. Rebound. Score. It cost.
Oh, Atlanta takes advantage of a bad penalty by Ron Greshner. And we have a 4-2 hockey game with a lot of time remaining. Chouinard got the goal. There's Chouinard. He took the shot. It went off the backboard. Lever picks it up. Flett touches it. The shot by Younger. And there's Chouinard following it up to play and puts it behind Davidson. It is 4-2. And these fans are up on their feet.
They got plenty of spirit here.
Jim, this can be the last game in here, and these fans know it, and they want more. This will bring the Atlanta Flames alive.
Beck sends one ahead for Nielsen. Beck's in front. Beck. Save. Oh, Bouchard came up with a big one there. It is 4-2. JD plays it. It goes up in the crowd.
Don Laver and Derry Younger get the assists on Chouinard's goal.
That puts the Flames within reach with 11:24 to go. A lot of hockey time and a lot of scoring to go, but it is there now. It wasn't a couple of minutes ago. This crowd is worth a point. Last time during the regular season, Bill and I were convinced the crowd was responsible for at least one goal. They got this team going.
Jim, this crowd wants to keep hockey in Atlanta. They know they have no chance at all unless Atlanta wins this hockey game.
Puck is in the Rangers' end. Barry Beck has got it. Lever takes a shot at a Hedberg. Nothing called. This is Russell. Beck puts Houston into the boards. Greshner with the puck. Ahead. Rangers are breaking in. Vickers goes ahead. Hedberg and Vickers. It's in the corner. Russell. Puck is loose, and the Flames start out.
This is Kent Nielsen. Nielsen gets behind Greshner's check. In front. Poked away by J.D. Hedberg goes back for it. Hedberg is down. Heavy check by Greshner. Puck is up for grabs. Comes loose. Davidson gets into the act. Radicalio tries to keep it in against Vickers. Back it goes. Rangers get it loose. Did not clear. Wide. Beck and Russell come together. And back to center zone. The Flames have really turned it on.
And it won't be an icing, and both teams make a change on the fly.
Here comes Unger. Cut off by Talavis. Talavis breaks in. Russell's on Talavis. He gets behind Russell. That's what I mean. He's so tough to hang on to. Espo stopped in front. Here comes Talavis on Flett. Knocked away by Talavis. Unger's shot is wide. 9:51 to go. Talavis back to center zone. Talavis playing the game of his life tonight. Marsh has the puck. And back to the Rangers' end again. Dave Maloney to his wing. Unger gets there. Maloney in front. Save. Fast pass. The Rangers got away with it so far. Missed by Flett. Missed by Flett at a critical point.
The Rangers make a full change again, and Bouchard gets it up front.
This is Henderson. Knocked away by Duguay. Eddie Johnstone. And ahead. 9:07 to go in the game. Markham and Duguay are deep. Back to center zone. Marois throws it across. Good play to Markham. Murdoch tries to take Markham out and does. This is Marsh. It is 4-2 New York. 8:52 to go, but the Flames have caught fire. That's pretty dumb. Flames always are on fire, aren't they? Into the Rangers' end. Chouinard shot to save by J.D. Duguay with Johnstone. Eddie carries in. Duguay's got a shot. Save. Rebound.
What a save by Bouchard.
Rangers drop back on defense. Penalty against the Flames. I think. Maybe not.
Good call by Harris.
I saw Bouchard go for the bench. It must be against the Flames, though. Breaking the action. Score. New York 4, Atlanta 2.
Manufacturers Hanover knows each of you has your own way of checking. The ones who write checks for little reasons, or write checks for big reasons. The ones who write checks unexpectedly. That's why Manufacturers Hanover has so many different checking accounts. One will fit you to a T. The ones for whom check writing is an occasion, or who write checks for any occasion. However you see fit to check, Manufacturers Hanover will fit you to an MHT.
You're going to see an offensive penalty, and Harris catches it. With the momentum going with the Atlanta Flames. Watch Chouinard. There you saw it. McMillan following up, and Chouinard pulling down the Ranger. 8:23 to go. The Rangers 4-2, and they now have the man advantage.
8 minutes 23 to go on the face-off. It comes back to Brad Marsh, and Marsh sends one in. JD's got it. Ron Greshner. Rangers with a power play. Wolfie Nielsen coming in. Nielsen in front. Save Bouchard off Vickers. Oh, he's been magnificent tonight.
That stigma of Bouchard not being able to play when he's behind can go out the window as far as I'm concerned. He's been outstanding.
.05 to go. Rangers with a power play, leading by 2 goals. The most important factor here is not the Ranger ability to score with the extra player, but the fact that Atlanta has to play short. And it eats up that clock. Beck missed it. McMillan. Atlanta will not have the scoring chances unless the Rangers make a mistake. And that's possible the way Atlanta's playing. Beck. Good pass to his wing. 2-on-2. It's a 3-on-2 as Vickers joins the crowd. Nielsen against
has Marsh to Hedberg. Vickers is in his corner. Beck's out in a deep slot. Hedberg sees him, tries to find him. Nilsson, save. Rebound loose to Greshner. Has trouble getting it under control. Hedberg dumps it into the corner. Nilsson goes after it. Brad Marsh is there. Nilsson has the puck. Nilsson to Hedberg. Good control by the Rangers. Nilsson to Beck. Fakes the shot to Greshner's right side. 53 seconds power play. Bouchard gets into the act. Hands off to Marsh. Greshner pokes it ahead. Nilsson lost it. Greshner has it and keeps it in. Nilsson to Hedberg. Hedberg can't get the shot away. Russell takes it. This is Greshner. Tremendous control by the Rangers. Hedberg, 2 men in front now. Vickers on the left side. Hedberg, shot wide. Rebound to Beck. 25 seconds in the power play. Look at the control by the Rangers. Bouchard will try to clear it himself. He cannot. Greshner with Espo out on the ice now. They've changed. Beck, score!
A power play goal for the Rangers by Barry Beck. The Rangers had kept the play into the zone for the whole 2 minutes of the penalty. And Barry Beck coming up with a shot from the slot, making it 5-2. There were 4 seconds left in the power play. There's Greshner. He gives it to Talafas. Talafas to Beck, and it's in the goal.
That's 4 power play goals tonight. Both of the Flames have been power plays.
There's Talafas, Jim. He's been there all night. He laid that pass beautifully on Beck's stick.
If Talafas has had a better game, he had it for a team that I didn't watch.
I'll double that one. Greshner and Talafas get the assist. It came at 13:23.
Stanley turns the corner. Radicalio in deep. Talafas ahead. Icing could be called. It is. 6:22, and that clock is everything now for the Rangers. And, of course, for the Flames.
But the Rangers, after having a bad game in Atlanta last night, came back strong tonight, playing without Walla Tkachuk, Warren Miller, Cam Connor, and of course Atlanta playing without a big gun, 2 big guns, Paul Reinhart, the rookie defenseman, and they lost Eric Vale in the first period after he scored the first Atlanta goal.
3-puck Rangers in. Talafas tied up, trying to get loose, gets it back, save on a blind shot that came out of no place.
Jim, that goal by Barry Beck is his first playoff goal.
John Maloney. Maloney double teamed. Espo is there. In front. Wide by Talafas. John Maloney again.
That's all Talafas would have to do now is get a goal. He certainly has done everything else tonight. Get goal number 2 in this game, I should say.
.58 to go. Third period. Rangers just that distance away from going into the second round. Ron Duguay and Kent Nilsson facing off. Russell. Nilsson. Lever. To Duguay in front, Shan. Saved by Davidson, although might have carried high. Marois. Doogie. Ron Duguay. Eddie Johnstone finds Duguay. Markham just offside, right wing. Time, 5:34.
It's going to be awful tough in this hockey game to pick stars, I'll tell you. Duguay, Johnston, Talafas, Maloney, Davidson, Hedberg, Nielsen, Beck, Greshner. Why don't you pick the stars tonight?
I was waiting for you to mention my name. 5:34, you hit everybody else. This is Marois.
Great team effort.
It really was a team effort, Bill. Solid. Houston on the side with Johnstone. Bill Russell. Offside, Houston on right wing. Rangers after the physical workover they got from Atlanta last night. Came out to play Atlanta on equal terms physically early in the game and really set the mood for the rest of the game. They played heavy. They played well. They played solidly as a team, covering up for each other's mistakes. Their positioning was great, and they have dominated. It's just really that simple. They came close here only in this third period on a power play by the Flames.
And a bad mistake by Greshner set that up.
Into center zone. Give away to McMillan. 5 minutes to go in the hockey game. Long shot. Save. That one was tricky. As you could see by the way Davidson had to field it.
That puck seemed to rise.
Flames 30, Rangers 26 shots on net.
As in other cities that Jim and I visit, an awful lot of Ranger fans here in Atlanta. So everybody in Atlanta isn't sad tonight with 4:57 to go.
Once again, if the Rangers continue and win here tonight, they will open on the road, probably, but not positively yet, against Philadelphia Wednesday and Thursday, at the Garden Saturday and Sunday.
Jim, it's all according to how Pittsburgh goes with with Boston.
4:50. We're inside the 5-minute mark.
The Rangers can only open up against the Philadelphia Flyers if the first 8 teams come out of these preliminary playoffs ahead. They cannot open up against the Flyers if Pittsburgh beats Boston, if LA beats the Islanders.
Incidentally, speaking about the Islanders, their game will be on tonight after this game is over, not immediately following, but close to it.
Speaking about Pittsburgh, they've now taken a 4-1 lead.
5-2 the score here, Rangers. 4 minutes and 38 seconds to go. The play is in the Flames' end. Marois keeps it in. Ray Markham pokes at it. Chouinard ahead to McMillan. Good play by McMillan. Save! McMillan with a burst of speed made his turn. There will be a no icing call here. No icing. We're coming up on the 4-minute mark. What has happened, and again, if this game continues to go as it is right now, and time is getting terribly short for the Flames, is really quite amazing when you consider the record of these two teams during the regular season and regular seasons past.
Davidson has helped himself tremendously. He just did it again, Jim.
Yep. Flames had a tremendously successful record against the Rangers. They hadn't been beaten in Madison Square Garden in 3 years. And the Rangers beat them 2 complete games, 2 successive games. Nilsson here. Good behind. Beck will not get to it before it comes back to center.
Rangers playing the clock now.
3:34 to go. And Bill Russell throws it ahead. Rangers leading 5-2. Greshner back to Beck. Greshner over to Barry again. And back, as Bill pointed out, they're just counting the seconds now. Russell goes in. Centering pass comes out to Murdoch for a shot. Blocked. That was Vickers going full length. Talk about your money player. And Vickers lifts it down the ice. It could be an icing call this time.
And Vickers goes to the bench.
Steve Vick, he's all right. He blocked that shot, but he really gave it everything. Breaking the action. Score, Rangers 5, Flames 2.
Hey, guys, the roads are closed. Tomorrow's Monday. What about work?
Looks like you're just going to have to stay here and ski, Phil.
We are in Shaver City.
Sitting pretty, all together in Shaver City. Sitting pretty, all together in Shaver City.
We are in Shaver City.
There's Steve Vickers. He's obviously in pain on the bench.
Watch what a job he did.
That was just a moment before that tape. The Rangers will open their quarterfinal round series on the road on Wednesday and Thursday, and then play their first 2 home games at the Garden next Saturday and Sunday. That's Saturday and Sunday at the Garden. The Rangers' most likely opponent is Philadelphia, Buffalo, or Montreal, depending on what the rest of the first 8 do.
Face-off, left side of Davidson. Dave Maloney. Espo's got the puck. Talavas kicks it ahead. Henderson sends one in. John Davidson with a spectacular job in the nets again tonight. Not just in keeping the puck out, but the way he's controlled the puck and his team. He has literally been the quarterback tonight.
I thought John was a little shaky last night, but certainly tonight he's been a stone wall. But Bouchard has been outstanding also, Jim.
Certainly can't fault him. 2:18 to go in the game. Pronovo takes it away. Radicalio's pass. Unger's got the puck behind the goal line. Out in front. It is kicked aside again by Davidson. And that's what he's been doing all night long. 2-on-1. Talavas in front. Talavas missed it. Goaltender tripped as we went by. 1:55 remaining in the game.
And actually, it's a sad scene here in Atlanta right now. This may be the last hockey game played in Atlanta for a long time.
1:42 to go.
They tell us that there are large corporations down here that may want to keep the Atlanta Flames in Atlanta, and I certainly hope so.
They should, Bill. This is a big league town. There's no doubt about it.
This team has been very, very unfortunate in playoffs. They have only won 2 playoff games in their history. They have never survived, of course, the final round, the first round.
Greshner has the puck. Headman to Duguay. He couldn't reach it. That'll be for an icing call. Nope. Goaltender played it. 1:28 to go. Eddie Johnstone. Flames are still giving it a shot here with 1:18 to go, but there's just no time left now with the 3-goal lead for the Rangers. Again, what a reversal of form, the way the Rangers and Flames have played during the regular season and regular seasons past. The Flames, more than any other team, had the sign on the Rangers somehow.
Jim, I've got to once again compliment Wally Harris for a fine officiating game. This is as good a game officiated as I've seen this season.
Did it early, Bill.
He started early. He made them believe he was going to be the boss, and he never changed one iota from the opening drop of the puck.
1 minute and 4 seconds to go for the Ranger victory now. Greshner. 1 minute to go.
1 minute.
Shot toward the goal, and for the first time the Rangers can really think about lining up with a handshake. Kent Nielsen's got the puck. 47 seconds on the clock. Greshner behind the goal line. Anders Hedberg. 36 seconds to go for the Ranger victory. Offside as they come in.
Anders Hedberg a little too anxious. Face-off is outside of the Atlanta zone. With 33 seconds left in this hockey game, 5-2 to Rangers. And as soon as it's over, you'll have the traditional hockey handshake.
So the Rangers are advancing into the next round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And again, it's almost a mirror image of what happened last year. Rangers coming down toward the end with a so-so final couple of weeks, but putting everything together in the playoffs.
Greshner and Beck has had a lot of fun passing the puck back and forth to one another.
24 seconds to go. Vickers back in the ice. He's all right. Steve's little baby came home this past week, making him and his wife very, very happy. McMillan's got a shot. 3 seconds to go, and it's taken by Vickers, and the game is over, and it's the Rangers. You'll see the players coming over the bench. John Davidson couldn't be happier. And they'll line up for the traditional Stanley Cup handshake. Al McNeil has already said his words to Freddie Shero. And there we are at center zone.
Jim, this is great to see. It's the only sport that I know of that this goes on. And the fans here in Atlanta give their team an ovation.
I like this, Bill, especially because it's such a physical sport. You know, seconds before they were trying to put each other into the boards. It was hard hitting, heavy stick work, and now it's all over, and they're friends again and professional hockey players.
So Atlanta after a so-so season.
Oh, look at that.
Bouchard and Esposito.
Esposito with a special talk to Bouchard because of their little get-together earlier.
It'll be a happy trip back to New York for the New York Rangers.
So the final score is Rangers 5, the Flames 2. We'll return in just a moment.
It's the 110th edition of Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus.
It's live, and there's a lot of things happening, animals, things that you can't get in a movie.
See the phenomenal and the ferocious.
You got to see it in person. You can't sit home and watch it. You got to get here.
It's America's greatest family entertainment value.
It's spectacular. Now that's the greatest show on earth.
Performances now through June 1st at Madison Square Garden.
Final shots on goal. Flames 32, Rangers 27. Bill, a tough job in picking stars tonight.
The first star I didn't believe was tough at all. I gave this first star to Dean Talafas of the New York Rangers, the second star to John Davidson of the New York Rangers, and the third star to Anders Hedberg of the New York Rangers.
Scores tonight: Hedberg, Talafas, Hospodar, Vadnais, and Beck. And the final score once again, the Rangers 5 and Atlanta 2. New York Ranger hockey brought to you by the F&M Schaefer Brewing Company. Come into the Schaefer Circle. You'll find a great beer every time. By Datsun. We'd like to remind you it is a long way to empty in a Datsun. A long way. And by the people of Eastern Airlines who believe they have to earn their wings every day. The announcers on this telecast were selected by Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated. And don't forget to stay tuned for the next playoff game for the Rangers. It'll be next Saturday and Sunday. The next time they'll be opening at home, but on the road on Wednesday and Thursday on Channel 9. This has been a presentation of Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated through the facilities of Hughes Television Network.
This is WOR-TV, New York.